everybody. Welcome back to the Omega Files, the second part of Stardust. Hopefully, we'll have a good time and watch the people go insane. You will notice that Sean has changed appearance. Whatever he saw last week scared him so bad. Not only did it turn his beard white that he didn't have, but he gave him COVID, so we had to bring Jack in.
COVID made him grow the beard.
Thank you, Jack.
Yeah.
So please join us in this dusty museum for a wonderful trip down a scary, scary visit. And if you're watching us here on Twitch Live, please make sure to follow us. It's free and it helps support all of our Games Tavern shows. If you're catching us on the YouTubes, make sure to subscribe so you won't miss when our episodes get posted. Before we get into our story, though, as we've said before, those darn elder gods demand that we provide you with a data feed.
And love and kisses out to Sean. He does have COVID, and we hope he gets better soon. Please understand, we have a couple of content warnings, and they are in no particular order of importance: abuse, animal death, self-harm, suicide, gratuitous violence, needles, kidnapping, death, blood, mental illness, tentacles, mutilations, mutations, shrubberies, insects, birds, blood, cats, dogs, drug usage, chemicals and chemical usage, radiation, lizards, firearms, blood explosions, interrogations, clowns, sarcasm, arson, threatening, mechanical implements, and something else that I can't quite remember, but it has tentacles, if I remember correctly. Also, the Omega Files stream will feature several points in the broadcast where you decide part of the narrative. That's right, you get to use this prime feature to vote in the chat to determine multiple effects in tonight's investigation. And we do look forward to your participation and input into tonight's investigation. Sid.
Hey, remember, if you have Amazon Prime, you also get a Prime Gaming subscription. Prime Gaming subscribers support everyone on the show and get access to sub-only emotes and to a special subscriber-only channel on the Games Tavern Discord.
And today we are giving away a mystery dice set from our friends at 1985 Games. You can check them out at 1985games.com and use our code TGT10 to get 10% off of your order. And for 2 weeks only, you can gear up your whole game group or treat yourself to a Dragon's Horde with their buy 6 get 2 free deal on their new and improved mystery dice. Just type !epic once you see the notice in the chat that the raffle is live. You must be a resident of the US or of Canada, excluding Quebec, and you must be a follower to enter. We will continue to take entries until the end of the stream, so be sure to stick around as you must be present in the chat for the staff to contact you when we pick the winner. If not, we're going to draw a new winner, so don't miss out. And again, in order to enter, that's !EPIC, epic.
All right. Well, thank you all for the ads. We know we won't be struck down by a random large tentacle during the show because we successfully gave out the information.
Progress.
I will say that the first of our votes in chat will be happening very quickly. So if you want to be part of it, you need to get on it as fast as possible.
It's in
Where
chat
we left
right now.
our intrepid investigators was in the section of the museum with prehistoric man and in front of the Neanderthal exhibit. And our good friend had just noticed something odd about the skulls and pointed it out to not only Rosie, but also to Kyle. So we'll start there. Kyle and Rosie, I need an intelligence check, an idea check. So
I have an idea.
Oh, okay. Now make a sanity roll. So, unfortunately, Tom Jones, what he noticed and saw, it seemed to rattle him quite a lot because he wanders over to the skull, caresses it lovingly, and then walks behind it and crawls into the fake Neanderthal cave and lays down on the fake little rug and goes to sleep, crying like a baby.
That can't be good.
Well, this is strange behavior.
Yes,
I say,
that was
Tom,
his
are you
reaction.
okay there?
Rosie, how was your intelligence check, your idea roll?
I passed.
And your sanity roll?
I forgot that.
Oh, well, roll that. And Kyle, what was your sanity roll?
My sanity roll was a 10.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. That's very good.
That's a 74.
Oh, that's not so good.
Rosie doesn't like this.
No. So what you see, what the two of you notice that obviously drove poor Tom mad, is that yes, that is a fossilized Neanderthal skull. It's, you can see that it's a rock, except that, wait a minute, it's an oddly shaped skull. It doesn't match the one next to it, and where it appears to have, shall we say, stretched in the mouth area or grown a ridge down the middle of its head, it actually has it's got new bone growth in between the rock that made it a fossil.
Well, that's a very odd thing.
Like new after it had been fossilized?
Like brand new bone in the middle of the fossil.
Is it possible someone's in here perhaps with some spackle or paste, committing some sort of...
You want to touch it?
Sure. Actually, no. Let me pull out my Swiss Army knife and chip a little bit out with that.
No, it's actually bone, and you can hear the difference and feel the difference when you're going between the fossilized rock part and when you hit bone, and it's there and it's together, and it appears to have just grown there.
I put my Swiss Army knife back in my pocket, and that's real bone. That's not good. I can't come up with any good reason that would be the case.
So I will ask this, Ricky, did you want to take a look at what they're talking about? They're talking about real bone, and poor Tom has crawled off into the Neanderthal exhibit and laid down and is weeping quietly to himself.
Beyond my better judgment, yes, I'll go check out what they're talking about right now.
Okay. You can see the skull that he had been scraping at, because you can see just a little bit of a rough little piece on the bone. But wait a minute, that's a fossilized skull. Make me a sanity roll. Yeah, your spot hidden's high enough that you didn't need to.
Sanity roll. That's an 80. That's an 88.
An 88.
It's not good.
No, that's definitely not good.
We
All
don't
right,
like
so
it.
Ricky, from your absolutely perfect understanding of forensic science, somebody has cut this thing apart and glued it together with new bone, and it's a fraud. And whoever has done this has done this horrible deed and must be brought to the authorities for damaging this amazing artifact. And you have the intense urge to pick it up and take it with you.
Yeah.
As in, you can't resist this urge.
This is an abomination. Who would do something so sick? So I can't even. I'm just completely. So I don't even have the words for this. Give me that. We have to find the proper authorities. We have to explain. We have to find who did this first of all, and then we have to bring them to the proper authorities. And then I just take the skull, or I reach for it at least.
Ricky, it's not spackle. It's actual bone. How do you explain that?
Easy. You're mistaken. This is obviously a fraud. It is fake. This is not real. I knock it. You hear that? No, that's not the sound bone makes. Trust me. I know. We have to. And I just turn, and I just walk and I stare at it.
So when he pulls on it, it's actually attached to the display, but he just like effortlessly tears it off the mounting and walks away with it.
Ricky, can you come back here?
I come back. What part of? We need to find the proper authorities to arrest this hooligan who desecrated this amazing artifact. This is part of our natural history.
Do you not remember the room full of entrails and destroyed human corpses?
The tooth
As
of
you
the man's
say
neck.
that, as you say that, you hear the ominous footfalls of hard shoes. They sound like shoes that would belong to a guard, maybe, on his
I
rounds.
feel like we have bigger problems out here. Let's go.
The
Bruce,
guard.
you hear, and the entrails, as you come around the corner.
So I immediately coming around the corner. I have my hand in my pocket, grabbing my baton. And
Your baton is
stun gun.
gone.
That's right. It's not there.
Both
But
of your
I'm still
pieces of
reaching for
equipment
it.
have been stolen.
I'm still reaching for it, and so as I come around the corner, you just see me like patting my pockets, like, oh shit.
Is he one of the guards that was down?
He is actually the guard that found Robinson's body.
Okay.
His name was
yes.
McHenry on his badge.
Mhm,
And so he was the other guard that you convinced to go back into the main area.
What?
So he looks more sane now.
Yeah, we'll see.
You
Yeah,
guys
just,
found entrails? Did I hear that right?
Yes, you did.
That's not important, Kyle. It's not important. I need you to focus. We
What do
need to
you mean
find
that's
who
not
did
important?
We need to find who did this, and I hold up the skull.
That guy
Yes,
died
he's pulled a
hundreds of
skull
years
out of the
ago.
exhibit.
Entrails, that's a problem.
A recent
Focus.
problem.
Focus.
Here you are, McHenry. I have your baton. And I hand it to you.
I'm just shaking
Thanks.
the skull. We need to find.
So it's immediately extended and pointing at Ricky, like, what's wrong with him?
I don't think
What's wrong
he
with
can
me?
handle the skull.
What's wrong with me? What's wrong with all three of you?
I think he
do
may be a
not-
loon, honestly.
Okay,
So Bruce, you
said-
realize,
yeah.
Bruce, you realize that the skull he's holding is from the display behind him.
You said you wanted to give that to the authorities, right?
No. This is just the evidence. This is just the evidence. We need to find who did this to this beautiful
I'm
skull.
security for this place. I'm going to need to take that from you. Thank you very much. And we're going to put that
Excuse
back
me?
in the display.
Sir,
Step
mhm.
back, Ricky.
I step back. I step back with the skull. Sir, I'll hold on to this. We need to find. I need this.
No, sir.
So when we confront the scoundrel who did this, I need evidence to show what he did, what they've done.
How did you?
He makes a fair point, McHenry.
So
Ricky.
so Bruce, make me a spot roll.
That's a 1.
Okay. Make me an idea roll.
No, that's not what I wanted to hear.
No, that's not good.
36 out of 65.
Yes. Okay. Now I need a sanity roll as well,
God
please, sir.
bless America.
As what you notice is that the skull that he's holding is not the skull that used to be on that stand.
Oh, then it's a 7 is what I rolled for sanity.
Okay. So that skull does not look like the skull that was on the stand when you did your rounds earlier in the evening. This skull's been heavily modified. It's got new bone inserted between the actual fossilized portions. It's got a wider mouth. You can see where it's stretched out. It's got a crest on its head. The ear holes have, and now that you're looking, the ear holes have gotten smaller.
That's not creepy at all.
So they filled in with bone, and the eyes have gotten bigger. So the actual ocular bones have expanded and grown bone.
Lovely. All right, so my idea is that that is not the skull that was in the exhibit originally.
It can't be.
Okay. Then I
Perhaps
will
someone
drop
stole the actual skull and left this here as a ruse.
Now we're on the same page. Now we need to find out who did this. I completely agree with you.
Exactly. Correct.
But what happened to those guys? That I'm pointing to the dead bodies.
Unimportant.
They were
Skull.
savaged. Look, I hold up the thing and shake out the human tooth. It's human. Very disturbing.
Oh my god. All right, so
They've
We got-
plucked a tooth out of somebody's mouth.
I hope that you're a dentist, because that would make a lot more sense why you're carrying around a tooth. You're not. Oh, great.
We pulled that out of the fellow's neck.
Out of this guy's neck?
Yes, it appears that we may have a cannibal.
No, not his neck.
Oh.
The neck of the actor.
The actor. So sorry.
Wait, the actors that were part of the display?
Yes.
They're
and
dead?
they still are, just not the same way.
Let me guess. So I see no entrails here. That was where the entrails are? Was that the actor's
Yes.
entrails?
Yes.
Oh my god.
You want to go see them?
No, I believe you. I'm good.
There's a lot. It was like their bodies had like chunks bitten out of them.
Yeah. There was a lot of them dead. We didn't really do an inventory because there were so many parts. I don't know, Rosie, how many parts do you think there were?
At least 13, 20. I'm not very good at counting, but
I reach over and try to snatch the skull real quick.
I slap Kyle's hand. No.
Ricky, remember there was 35 to 45 pounds of human flesh that had been bitten off.
Yeah, I'm looking at the skull.
Ricky, we need the skull for a second, right here.
And I walk over with the skull.
Flip it over. Flip it over. Neck hole up, Ricky. Neck hole up. Great.
And I slowly flip it.
I move his hands in the skull under McHenry's mouth. While
Immediately, finally, I did just let go. They just
Now the skull is
There we
full
go.
of vomit.
projectile
Except the
vomit.
problem is it comes out the eyes and out the ear holes because it's not a bucket. It's, and his vomiting was explosive.
Oh yeah.
Now we have two problems.
That was
Now
how
we have to.
I got my sanity back, was I was just eating as much of the food on the buffet as possible, and now
You
it's
see
just all
whole
in
hot
there.
dog pieces. You just was shoving them in.
I was
Two
eating away my pain.
problems. At least we knew who did this. Just double desecration.
I look at Ricky, I'd say, that looked kind of like a Play-Doh factory.
ah,
You are
reminds
sick.
me of my grandkids. Bad memories.
I don't make the news. I just observe it.
You should make the news. You should be on the news.
I have
Featured.
been, actually. So we've got the skull. We've got a trail of bodies.
Got a lot of blood.
lot of blood.
Do you explain? You don't have to do it right now, but do you explain to McHenry what you found so far?
Of course. I
Yeah.
pull up my
Yeah.
pad and begin reciting what we've seen so far and a running body count as we go.
And it all started with your friend Robinson.
I still can't believe he's dead. Like,
And
I don't know who I'm gonna get to replace him. Like, we're supposed to have a championship match tomorrow. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Alex flipped out the one door that had the wires and the magnets messed with as well, since he's a security guard.
Yes, he actually was the security guard that was blocking the door because he found Robinson's body. He just looks a little more sane now.
Oh.
And remember, you did find some wire as well.
Yeah.
Some coiled wire on one of the next to one of the bodies.
That's true. I forgot about that.
And McHenry, you do realize that you notice when you look at the bodies that the pockets on these suits and pants have been torn out. So somebody went through them and tore open their pockets.
Wonder what they were looking for. Like, did you find anything on the floor anywhere?
Just the wire,
And the
And-
fingernail.
the teeth, and the fingernail.
Jesus.
And
What
the
are we-
skull.
What is, like, who would do something like that?
Whoever
What would
desecrated
do
the
something
skull.
like that?
Vandals.
How did they get new bone into a fossil? I think that's amazing and disturbing. I honestly don't know how to feel right now.
Well, that's not
Is
the
it
that's
possible
not the
some-
skull that was in there before. So.
Is it possible it's some sort of bone epoxy? Like they mixed it up with bone in it and then injected it in there?
Probably.
Possible.
Anything is possible.
Well, let's make our way back out to where the people are so that Ricky can make whatever accusations or observations he wishes to with this skull, because I don't think carrying it around is a great idea.
Okay.
Rick, are
No.
you sure you don't want to see those bodies?
That would be a good idea, Bruce.
No, I don't think I could handle it.
Okay.
Like,
All right, so
I
can
don't
we
get
get
paid
the,
enough for that.
I
Can we get
pull
the
out my
response to the
phone.
first
I
poll,
pull out
please?
my phone and flip it. I go, well, here's what it looked like.
Oh,
just
son
in
of!
case. I mean, you are a guard. You should know this, right?
I don't get paid enough for that.
You got a weak stomach for a security guard.
I'm a
You had a lot of
wrestler,
hors d'oeuvres.
man. Like, this is my night gig. Like, I just do this for extra bucks in between shows. Like, I don't get paid enough for this crap.
I don't know if I'm getting paid at all.
Me neither.
What? Why are you guys even back here? You're supposed to be up front.
Good point.
We were investigating because we heard the noises.
And we saw the
Oh,
blood trail.
So there were
And we
noises.
saw the blood trail.
Blood trail. Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yep. Gotcha. All right. Yeah. Whatever. I'm just gonna stick with you guys because I don't know what's going on here, and like I said, I don't get paid enough for this crap.
What other choice do you have?
I could just go and eat more.
Oh, that worked out great last time, didn't it?
I mean, I didn't know that there were entrails and body pieces and dead people around here.
That's
Like-
fair. I'm just saying. Now you do. You wouldn't want to. You wouldn't want to know that on a stomach heavily laden
I'm just gonna
with creamy appetizers.
Stop!
No.
Stop! Oh.
Creamy appetizers.
Ew.
No.
So Omega Control, I need the results of the first vote, and so McHenry will lead you all back towards the front of the building, going through the Ice Age area. Thank you, sir. And as you're moving through the Ice Age area, you hear moaning through the wall. And when you look at the map, wait a minute, that's where the theater is, right? And you hear moaning, and then you hear some screaming.
Point of reference. What kind of screaming? I've heard a lot in my life.
It's very muffled. You're not sure because it's
Wow.
coming through a wall that's supposed to be soundproof, so it's got to be loud.
Shall we head into the theater?
Yeah.
Not if there's gonna be more
Ricky?
entrails.
Yeah, whoever did this to the skull might be in
This
there.
is future entrails, not entrails yet. They're screaming currently.
Good
So,
point.
Screaming or moaning?
Well, there's moaning, and then there was a little bit of screaming as they listened to the moan.
Wait a
That's
second,
fun.
McHenry. Are you angling towards this just being a some sort of sordid tryst?
No. Is this where the theater is, DM?
Yes, the IMAX theater.
I'm thinking that maybe that there's just a movie going on.
Well, I'll let you take a look. We'll be right behind you. I've got your 6.
Lovely. Yep. All right. Still not getting paid enough for this, but all right. And I'll go and I'll open up the door.
Okay, so you move around to go in the door, and you have to weave your way through. The concession stand's closed, everything's dark, but you do distinctly hear thumping and moaning from the inside of the IMAX theater.
That's not normal. What direction is it
Flashlight.
coming from?
It's through the doors in the IMAX. When you open the door, a little bit of light goes in from behind you, and then the flashlight turns on. And over to the left, down near the front of the building, down near the stage, you interrupt a couple, and the lady's, oh my God! And she runs out the exit door of the IMAX theater, the emergency exit door that goes into the rest of the museum, covering herself as she runs.
Did I recognize her as one of the guests?
Sure. Absolutely. They were obviously guests that snuck past Robinson or you. It's doubtful, but somehow they got past you.
No, I let them back here. I didn't realize that they'd go into the whatchamacallit, but I let them back a long time ago.
Oh, then you do recognize them.
Yeah. So.
And the guy gets up and goes, "Hey, I paid you $200 to leave us alone."
Sorry about that. Didn't know that was you. Go back to, well, I guess you can't because she ran away, but good on you,
Now I
because
gotta
that
go
was like an
find
hour
her.
ago.
I gotta go find her, and he storms off through the door.
I walk over to him and go, "Sir,
Yes.
multiple injuries in the past hour, a lot of blood around here. You probably need to go back out to the lobby, enjoy the hors d'oeuvres, have a glass of wine, shut the hell up, and just wait it out."
What do you mean there's trouble and injuries?
Entrails,
I didn't
dude.
say trouble. I said injuries.
Injuries.
Yes.
Okay.
Entrails.
Entrails.
Yeah.
I think what he means is chemtrails. One of the injured was, in fact, a conspiracy theorist.
No, definitely entrails. You showed me. There were entrails.
I don't know what
And
you all are
this-
talking. I gotta go catch my girlfriend, and he almost said wife, but then said girlfriend and runs through the door. He started to say wife.
Well, I turned to Rosie. Well, he's going to be dead.
We tried to warn him.
We did.
Some people can't handle their entrails.
Did you think they did this to the skull?
I don't know, but
I
it
doubt
does
it.
bring up that age-old dilemma.
Damn.
Should I have shot him in the leg to protect him from himself? I just don't know.
You guys are violent. I don't know if I like this. My violence is normally fake. I just want to point out, like this, I'm not ready for this.
What kind of fake violence do you partake in?
I'm a wrestler.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
What's your wrestling stage name?
My wrestling stage name is Ricky Bison. Rick Bison.
I think I saw you a couple weeks ago. Isn't your signature move the horny hit?
Yeah, absolutely. You were right.
Yeah.
I have a fan. Nice.
Yeah. Very
It's-
impressive.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Yeah, we were in the tag team to get the championship, which is again supposed to be tomorrow. That was my partner that you saw dead in the other room.
Yeah, he's unfortunately done.
Yeah,
No two ways about that.
I need to find a new partner. I don't know how they're gonna get me situated. We were supposed to win. Like it was scheduled for us to get our first championship, and now I'm screwed. I don't know.
That's
what I'm gonna
fair.
do. But poor Robinson.
Rick,
Yeah.
I need you to look at me. Shake it off. If you want to get out of here alive and preserve half of that tag team, you need to focus on the here and now.
Okay. If you say so. What do we do?
I say we head back to the lobby. Is there any reason to do anything else, gang? Rosie, what do you think?
I'm good to go to the lobby.
Ricky?
The culprit might be there. And to
Has
the
it occurred
lobby.
to you the culprit might also be the person that's eating entrails and flesh?
Either way, we need to find who it is and bring him to justice.
Can we stop
Alrighty.
talking about the entrails, please?
We
Sorry
can't.
about
I mean, if there weren't any, we wouldn't have to talk about it. But unfortunately, this is the reality of our situation.
Oh God.
I mean, as a practical matter, Rick, entrails are just the smallest part of it. We estimated about 45 pounds of flesh consumption, and most human bodies only have a few pounds of entrails.
He has a good point.
Jeez.
And 45 pounds, that's a lot to eat.
That is a lot to eat. That's like a veritable
insane.
cannibal buffet.
That is crazy. I don't know if I want to find that guy. If somebody can eat 45 pounds of entrails, I don't think I want to mess with him.
On the bright side, he's probably slow right now. He might even be napping in post-snack stupor.
Wait, do you think it was Tom Jones? He took a nap.
Oh my
No,
God.
no,
it was-
we were watching him,
Yeah,
right?
where
Oh,
is he?
okay. Good call. For a second, I thought he's awfully skinny. That would be 45 pounds would be like his body weight almost, I think.
At
Well,
least
he was about 90, but yeah. Most of that was skin and bones.
The idea that we'd find Tom Jones walking around with a huge distended stomach full of human flesh, that doesn't appeal to me at all, Rosie.
I don't like that.
Me neither. So we head to the lobby.
All right. The fastest way to get to the lobby is to go through the rock collection and past the traveling exhibit. And you can see that as you are traveling through the rock collection, you start getting towards the exit of the traveling exhibit and you see bloody footprints. But they're heading in the direction you're coming from, not going in your same direction. But they seem to disappear around the corner of the traveling exhibit.
And they're footprints, right?
Shoe prints, yeah.
Okay.
So
But
they're-
they look wrong.
Are they coming out of the rock collection area?
No, actually, you don't notice them until you get about halfway through the room, and they appear to be coming from the traveling exhibit,
Okay, and we're coming from Jurassic.
from the IMAX.
From north. Okay.
And there's something wrong with the foot.
Can I check it out? This might be the person who did this to this beautiful skull, and I just want to check.
Well,
one out.
and I'll give this to you. There's definitely something wrong with this shoe, because the person is not just walking on the sole of the shoe, they're also walking on part of the side of the shoe on both sides of the feet, as if the shoe was being stretched.
Well, okay, seems like our suspect has really big feet, and he's wearing shoes that are way too small for him. What size shoe does it look like?
Oh, it looks like an 11s or 12s originally, but now they're extra wides.
Okay, all right. So whoever vandalized the skull is a size 15, 16, trying to squeeze his way into a size 11. All right. We have a lead.
We know
And I
that
looked at
somebody
skull.
with
Don't
big
worry.
feet.
Don't worry.
Ricky,
We'll find out who did this to you.
if you were to put your foot into a shoe that's 5 sizes too small, what would that do to you?
Foot her bunions. Yeah, bunions. Corns. Yeah.
Seem possible. Like, how would you even put the shoe on?
I'm not sure how you would.
Never tried it. Wouldn't know. But that's probably who did this.
It must have happened inside the shoe, right? The foot.
And now that he's pointed that out, you can see that, yes, you can actually make out, obviously this is a stitched leather shoe and it's been stretched out, and the person is walking partially on the sides as well as the sole. And in the blood, you can actually make out the stitch marks of the front of the shoe where it would go across the front. You can see that there's stitch marks that would identify that portion of the shoe near the front of the bloody footprint. And those footprints do continue, and they actually get more obvious as it goes towards the exhibit, towards the traveling exhibit.
What do you think, Doc?
The culprit is this way. The footprints are heading towards the traveling exhibit, right?
No, they're coming away from the traveling exhibit back to where you were
came from.
Oh, okay. All right. So they from the traveling exhibit to the IMAX theater.
That's what it appears like, but it is very fresh blood, like very fresh.
So the culprit, they were in the traveling exhibit.
So you said that the blood trail that you guys followed from Robinson came from, so basically we've gone in the other direction from where the killer has been going this whole time. So we should have crossed paths at some point. Yeah?
But looking at the way the museum's laid out, it's laid out like a bunch of circles that interconnect. So you could have just missed the murder.
there's fresh blood here, so I think that they're not here. So I'm gonna go ahead and go and look into the traveling exhibit.
Okay.
I follow.
When you move around to the traveling exhibit, you can see that it's about feudal Japan and their weapons. Warfare in feudal Japan. And so when you come around the corner, it's these beautiful glass cases that have been ornately, built, and inside of them are various suits of armor and weapons and pictures of what stylized what the war would have looked like, reprints. And it looks really nice except for the body that's slumped on the floor up against the wall, that is sitting on the ground leaning against the wall with its head down towards its chest. And then across the exhibit, because the exhibit goes up and back like a little snake, is a blood splatter about 5 feet up on the wall, and then something laying on the floor underneath.
I'll go look at it.
Okay.
I follow her.
Is that
Okay.
real blood?
Oh yes,
Not again.
it's
Not again.
it's real blood.
Not again.
So what I need is another sanity roll, please, from Rosie and Kyle. And Bruce, are you going to look at the body? What about you, Ricky?
100% going to look at it. But did you do this? And I go to the
Okay.
body.
I got 52.
03.
83.
Okay. 83. And what did you get? I'm sorry, Kyle?
03.
03. All right. So Kyle, I think you're going to be okay. You've seen this kind of crazy stuff before, maybe.
I look at the blood as they're looking at it, and I kind of put my finger in it, and I put it up as if to sniff it. And I go, "Oh, it's stage blood."
Okay.
Oh, thank God.
And
I glance at Rosie and go,
Okay.
And when you put your finger in the blood at the whatever is pooled at the bottom of the floor, you realize that it's the chest and rib cage of the person that's on the other side of the room. So whoever did this pulled their rib cage off and threw it against the wall 5 feet away. And that gentleman actually is dressed in a tuxedo as well.
I look at Bruce and I just say, "Long COVID," and I walk
and
up
Ricky,
to the body.
Ricky,
Okay.
you see the body and you're like, okay, somebody has cut this man's rib cage open and removed it and the skin, and oh look, there's no heart.
Well,
Can
that
you
made
see if
that
it's
made it.
cut?
You're being a forensic surgeon, it's really easy to see what's missing.
Yeah,
But
this
make
makes
me
it
a
a lot
forensics
easier.
roll when you get a
Make-
chance.
This makes it a lot easier. Ooh,
Rosie, what did you say?
I'm just asking if he can determine if it was cut out or ripped out.
that's a 12
Okay, with that 12,
under
you
25.
I know how good you did there, but it was torn off. It was physically torn off. The bones were broken by the force of the pull.
Wow.
And then the heart was yanked out.
It's impressive.
And you can see as you're poking around where near the heart, the lung has been slashed open with 4 like blades or talons on the way to the heart.
But the heart's missing.
And the heart is missing.
I relay this to the team. All right, so I don't think this guy if did desecrated and vandalized the skull. So we could rule him out possibly, but
Well-
he's missing a heart.
And what you do notice about the body as you look at it more is that his pockets are all ripped out. And that he has next to his right hand, is a 4-clawed implement.
A 4-clawed implement.
Yes. And if you look around, you can see where the glass case has been cracked open, and a Nakode has been taken off of the display. It was a traditional like climbing claw or weapon used by ninjas,
And
and
so
he had pulled that out.
that's where I'm at, is by the displays. Like, are you serious? Like, who would do this? Like, why?
Do you guys think that these objects are cursed, maybe?
Possibly.
Curses aren't real. What are you talking about?
So, now
I
that you
think
stop
it's
looking
it.
at the actual chest wound, because you realize that's not what killed him. What killed him was that you could see that he was strangled, and then he also has bite marks on his face, like overly wide human bite marks on his face, like around his face, like something was biting him while strangling him. Someone. And as you're looking at the wounds, you find a fingernail embedded in his neck, a human fingernail embedded in his neck that is also torn out all the way to the quick.
Are the bite
Right.
marks and like the scratches similar from what we saw in the other room?
Yes, but they seem almost more animalistic now. The
How about
bite marks, they seem to be more canine teeth rather than incisors. And the claws, and I'll say claws because they look more like claw marks rather than human scratches.
All right, real quick, a really quick reference. Can I tell his time of death and also the time of death of the actors in
The fact that he's still dripping,
fresh?
he died long after the actors.
All right, blood is warm, so okay,
yeah,
so-
when you stick your hand in there, it's still a little warm.
You know what that
Ooh.
means, Ricky? Killer's close.
Yeah. Could be one of us. And I look directly at Bruce McHenry. Did you do this to the skull?
No, that skull doesn't even belong here. I don't know what your obsession is with it. Like, it's not from here.
What's
You
your
threw
obsession
up
with it?
on it.
I threw up in it because it was there, and I was throwing
Yeah,
up.
he can't even handle it. Like, I don't.
Yeah,
Joel,
see what she said.
I pull out my phone and I'm going to fan through some of the images I took when I did my museum walkthrough and
Yes.
see if I can verify that the skull that we have in our possession was not in that exhibit when I walked through the first time.
Well, with your idea roll that you made previously, that's the same skull. It's just changed.
Okay.
It grew more bone.
Ricky, you might want to wear gloves or carry the skull in a sack because you may be carrying an active mutagen, literally rewriting your DNA as you carry it.
Sir, Kyle, I'm gonna say this because I respect you, and we've been working together for a while. That is bullshit. You are incorrect. You sound foolish. This is a fake. This was vandalized by someone who does not have respect for our ancient history.
It's not even ancient
kind of skull?
history. It's not
Your
from the
ancient
museum.
history, Bruce.
What kind of skull is it, Ricky? Why don't you pull out your phone and take a look at some bones and line it up and tell me what it is?
I line it up to Kyle. How about I line it up to you?
Getting angry won't help.
You're angry. Shake my fist.
Don't drive angry.
I'm never angry.
That's my secret.
Good reference.
I'm always angry. What are you talking about? All right, so Ricky, what are you gonna do? You gonna give it a little bit more of an examination?
Yeah, when I hold it up to Kyle, when I hold it up to Kyle, I look at it, and I look at Kyle, and I look at it. And I
You
just look at Kyle.
know, while you're looking at this thing, there appears to be more bone now on it than there was when you first picked it up, as the mouth has gotten wider.
Did you put this on?
No. How do your
You're the
hands
only one
look,
that's been
Ricky?
carrying it, buddy.
Yeah. How do your hands look? Got any extra fingernail activity? Any hair? Are they looking a little meaty, beefy, big and brawny?
Does your head feel okay? Is it expanding?
Are you pulling a Jimmy Neutron on us, Ricky?
No. Are you? What's going
Oh,
on
no.
here? I don't like this line of questioning.
That's fair. I wouldn't either.
Yeah, but Ricky, someone has added, well, someone or it added more bone. I'll give you another idea roll here.
While they're arguing, I'm gonna leave the traveling exhibit and like look around to see if I find any other vandalized exhibits in the area.
Okay. We'll
43.
get right back to you.
43.
43. Yes, that's going to be well under your it's impossible for somebody to have done this change because it's never left your hands, but yet it has changed since you picked it up.
I look at it. I look at Kyle. I look at it. Look at Rose. I'm just looking around room and looking back at it as my eyes grow wider. And say, and I chuck it.
Do you, by happenstance, throw it into an exhibit? Into one of the traveling exhibits that you're in the middle of, or are you throwing it down the hall?
I was gonna throw it at a wall.
Well, the walls are made of glass, so that's fine. So Bruce, you've gone around the corner and you're looking at the blood trail, and you're going and looking at the different exhibits that you could see to see if anything has been damaged. When you hear the sound of shattering glass behind you in the exhibit that you just left.
Oh my god! Who keeps on breaking these exhibits? I turn around and I look at the hole in the glass. I look at the skull in the glass. I look at Ricky. I'm like, dude!
I
What
say
happened?
Point
nothing.
at Ricky.
What happened to preserving history? You just threw it into the freaking thing.
As you can see, I may have been incorrect earlier. It seems to be it's not fake. I don't know who brought this skull in. I don't know whose skull it's for, but it is continuously growing, and I would no longer like to be touching it or near it.
So
Sir.
why you put it down? Why are you throwing it into
Hey,
the priceless artifacts?
hey, hindsight. In hindsight, yes, I should have put it down. This wasn't my best moment. I will take full
Dude.
responsibility for that. I will agree. I could have. Yeah, I should have put it down. I reacted. And for that, I am sorry.
You guys are all insane. You're talking
McHenry,
about
he didn't mean
curses.
anything.
You're throwing like talking about bone growing in fossils. Like that, it was a fake head anyway. It didn't even come from this place. Like, and then,
McHenry,
yeah,
he didn't mean anything. He just had his entrails moment.
you know what? That's fair. Okay.
I mean, and now he's got hands that have been touching whatever that was for
So
minutes and minutes and minutes.
it was just a fake skull.
I'd be looking to wash my hands if I were him.
Yep, you are not wrong. You're very
But
correct.
I do get it. We all have our our moments where we kind of.
Where's the nearest bathroom,
Lose our
McHenry? Ricky needs a hand wash
Where would
There
be
are
the
two.
nearest bathroom?
before his hands turn into claws or something.
There are two.
Oh,
There's
in the
one
front.
in the main area.
Yep.
And then there's one back up in the Everglades.
Which is
Which one is closer? They're
in
both the
between
same
the
distance.
Everglades. Well, they're both the same.
The
distance.
Everglades, that's gator country.
It's
Yes, it is.
technically, I guess, would be about the same difference here.
The real question is, do you want to see other people and have them ask you questions as to where you've been, or do you wish to avoid those questions?
Well, I thought we were in a committed relationship, GM. And seeing other people.
I didn't ask for, anything else. I get to ask these questions. Rosie, you were going to say something.
No, I was laughing.
Oh, okay.
Every once in a while, I have a good one. So I would tell you that there's two sets of bathrooms, one to the north, one to the south. So I came out of the rock collection or out of the traveling exhibit, north or south?
To the south, and the footprints, the bloody footprints, go up to the north.
So we can knock two birds with one stone, and go to the north up through to the Everglades, where the restrooms are there, and follow the footprints. Or we can go and answer questions to my boss up front, which I don't know. I'm not prepared for. I don't know about you guys.
Just hands wash. Let's go.
Okay.
To the Everglades. I
So
suppose. Did I find another broken exhibit or anything?
where the skull? You really hadn't gotten very far. You just
Okay.
gotten around the corner.
Sure.
So as they're all kind of going their thing, I do lean over and look for a piece of the skull that's got some of the new and old, like some of the petrified, and I pull out a handkerchief and pick it up and kind of wad it up and put it in my pocket.
Oh, it didn't break.
Oh,
Just
Oh no, the
glass.
skull didn't
Break.
break.
Just the glass
The
broke.
glass shattered. The skull
Oh.
didn't shatter.
okay. Well, I'm not carrying the whole skull.
Yeah. He broke the glass display case. Sorry if I didn't
I
make that
pointed
clear.
skull. Ricky, are you done with this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Will figuratively wash my hands, and then literally I'm trying to go wash my hands.
I'm right there
So,
with you. A good
yeah,
hand washing would feel good right now.
So hopefully that does not come back to haunt us, and it just stays there and grows. Okay.
Hopefully you haven't been mutated.
Yeah, that's still to be seen.
Is your obsession with the skull done? We don't have to worry about that anymore, or
I have no idea what you're talking about.
fair enough.
Would you
Sounds
like to obsess? Would you like to obsess over a piece of fine Japanese weaponry, perhaps?
Yes.
Or what about this man's rib cage? Just kidding.
That's a fake ribcage, you said.
So there's all kinds of
it is a
weapons,
fake
and the
ribcage,
weapon
Bruce.
case is broken for the ninjas. So there's all kinds of ninja weapons available to be grabbed.
Yeah, I
if
do
Bruce
that.
lets you.
It's too late. I do that.
You're grabbing one of the things?
Sure.
Yeah, no, I will definitely put him in a full Nelson and be like, no,
What?
you already
Fine,
broke
what
him.
he-
No, you already broke the stuff. You're not touching the stuff too.
What
Bruce.
you didn't see? I just want to snag that
Bruce,
The-
get into
the
a
climbing
bathroom and
glare.
wash
Oh,
him
the
down.
claw one?
His
yeah, the
hands.
claw. I want to grab that though.
Yeah,
His
he didn't
hands
notice
will
that.
Yeah, I
This-
didn't notice
this
that, but yeah, I'll start dragging
sword.
him towards
The bathroom. Bruce, I just need a sword. I need a sword mechanic.
No, you bad, no touch. And I've got him in the full Nelson, and we're dragging him backwards towards the.
Sword.
And you can see that his uniform is actually stretching now that he's flexing his muscles. You can see that he needs a bigger uniform.
I will discreetly grab a small wakizashi and secrete it back in the band of my pants under my suit for
While
later
Bruce
use.
is walking sit out, I assume, or walking Ricky
Yeah,
out.
I don't see it.
Yes, yeah.
Bro, what are these games?
All right. So you escort Ricky out of the traveling exhibit
Yeah, exactly.
with
Yep.
Kyle behind you, and Rosie. I assume you're coming? Yes.
Yeah, I'm coming.
With Rosie. Are you going to the north or to the south to the bathrooms?
North.
North. Okay. As you're moving along you're following the bloody footprints, but you did say you wanted to look at the display cases as well.
Yeah, I mean, I
Um,
wouldn't, because I've got this dude struggling in my arms right now. I don't think
I mean, I would
make
have stopped fighting. Like we got out of the traveling exhibit. So it's like fine.
So all right. So once he stops fighting, I'll actually kind of bodily throw him towards the exit with where the bathrooms are to the north, and then I guess
Okay.
I would take a look.
That's probably going to land him on the bloody footprints.
I don't care about that.
Okay, fair enough.
I do.
It's fake blood.
So Ricky, I want you to make me a luck roll, please. But as you toss him, your worst fears are seen. There's another exhibit, and there's a problem with it.
No! These stupid vandals! Oh, I hate all of you people. And I'll go over to it to see what it is.
All right. So
70.
how'd you do, Ricky? What'd you roll?
78.
78. All right, so Ricky, you're able to not land on your chest and slide, but you do go down to your knees and you do a knee slide through the blood, trailing it along the floor with you.
Oh, my good pants.
So now your tuxedo has blood on the pants as well. I believe, and so Kyle, yours has blood on the back of one of your legs from the head being punted by Tom. Yeah, by Tom Jones.
That was not me that the head hit.
It was me.
Wasn't?
Very much me.
So now you're bloody in the front and the back.
My pants are
that's
just
right.
bloody.
So he looks like he's been wading in blood, which is not exactly wrong with the art, with the with all of the actors being dead.
Yeah, it's fake blood anyway.
What you all see, because I mean, McHenry makes a beeline for it.
Yep.
Is one of the glass cases is actually open, and he didn't notice it because it's opened all the way and flat against the one next to it, and it's the glass case where it has the precious and semi-precious gemstones in it.
Hey, thanks Steve Conley for the raid. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Just
I'm
in
very
time to
freaking
see
out
us
about
die
people
and go
stealing stuff from a
crazy.
museum.
Yeah, they just found an open display case of precious and semi-precious stones that's wide open in the museum. So when you look, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, so like I'm almost crying, but not like you see my eyes glistening, as I turn around and like, what is wrong with people? And I'm actually reaching out and taking the most expensive one that I could find.
Okay, well, the odd part is nothing's missing. It's just open.
Okay, I'm still.
And you know that the
still
most
reaching for the
expensive ones
yeah.
actually have sensors on underneath them that would trigger an alarm.
Okay, maybe not the most expensive ones then. All right, do I know which ones don't have sensors?
You think you remember, but you know,
Can I
it's
make
been a while since they've been here.
Can I make an idea roll?
Sure. And everybody else, I need you to make me a spot roll as he's trying to figure out which ones he's going to steal.
Is Ricky at or in the bathroom? Or is he still
No,
in the
Ricky
hallway?
had just slid across the floor and you all were following in his blood trail. When Bruce saw that the cabinet was not just cracked, it was all the way open and beelined it over there.
I'm going to use 7 luck points to succeed on this idea roll.
Okay.
I have a half success.
I have an extreme success.
Oh, great. Okay.
You said spot hidden, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Nine?
9?
9.
Said 9.
Oh no, Savage is back.
No, Savage is. I don't have the glasses. So what you can see is that, Rosie, there is only one thing missing from this place. Only one. And, it is not very big from where it was actually placed. And next to it, it's in the diamond section. And next to it, it just says found in Massachusetts, USA. It doesn't even say what kind of diamond it is. But a lot of the diamonds and a lot of the gemstones have cut and uncut versions. This was on the uncut, you know how they have them lined up. It was on the uncut lined area. But obviously there isn't a cut version and they don't even say what kind of diamond it is. It just says found in Massachusetts, USA.
And it's
It's
the
an
only
uncut gem.
And that's the only thing that's missing from the cabinet that you can see with that extreme success.
I'm definitely going to point that out to the group. Like,
So, Kyle, for you, it was kind of odd that why would you break into a cabinet of precious gemstones and not take anything?
It is very odd.
Yeah.
It smacks
And
of the
Ricky,
third
you
floor.
noticed right after Rosie that was the one that was missing. Now, let's get back to Bruce real quick. Bruce, with that idea roll, you know exactly which ones are not triggered. And they're the smaller ones and a lot of the uncut ones. And yeah, you could probably snatch a couple. But why are they staring at these things? They're all here. And then Rosie, go ahead. Rosie, go ahead with what you were going to say.
Was I going to say something?
About
right. Yeah, sorry. You guys, I noticed the only spot that's missing anything is this weird uncut mystery diamond from Massachusetts. Doesn't that seem kind of strange?
Wait, something's missing? I thought, wait, they were all...
Yeah, right here. Like,
Look, right there.
Oh, no.
Can't you see it? It's big old spot.
Son of a bitch.
I take a picture.
I won't take anything then.
All right.
That's the
So you took pictures of all the gemstones as well, I believe. And
Yes.
what you see is it's a purple looking gemstone. Omega Control, I just added that to the production screens. Sorry, I forgot to put it in there earlier. That's my mistake. But what you see is this purple diamond that doesn't look like any diamond you've ever seen before. It almost looks like an amethyst, but it was listed in the diamond section, and it's uncut, and it's got a lot of weird growths on it. So it doesn't look like it grew like a diamond, but it's supposed to be a diamond.
Odd. I am not a mineralogist or a gemologist or a lapidary. Are any of you?
Anybody have geology?
It's under science, yeah?
But it does. It looks just like somebody cracked open an amethyst, but why would it be in the diamond section?
Nope.
That's an odd question. Bruce, do you know why this is in the diamond section?
No,
It looks like
I
amethyst.
just I've only patrolled through here. Like I don't really know much about it. Like I know like the security measures on them. Like there should have been some sort of alarm at this point, but I don't hear anything, and it's probably because of the power issue. But no, I don't know about the exhibit itself.
Well, I think we probably ought to go report to the museum curator, don't you? There is now a theft. It would appear that perhaps all these murders are just diversions to give cover to the thieves.
Maybe
Rosie,
it could be more complicated than that, but either way, they should probably know about these thefts.
Rosie, make me an electrical repair, please. Yeah, so it's definitely an odd situation. And there was no sensor on that one gem specifically because it was considered semi-precious.
No, but
unique.
the case itself though should have had an alarm.
Yes, it should.
Yeah.
How'd you do, Rosie?
I got a 23.
Okay, so you find some of that same wire is actually, you can see it running up the case just inside, and it's bridging the gap so that there's no alarm going off. And it's the exact same wire you have in your pocket.
So I'm gonna pull the wire out of my pocket and be like, it matches.
So this was clearly the actual target. The murders are a wasteful ruse, to be sure, it seems like.
Could be, but
Did you wash your hands ever?
no, you were on the way to the bathrooms. Something odd though is all the bodies that you found in tuxedos, including the one that was next to the wire, all their pockets had been ripped out.
They were maybe searching for
thieves.
this missing rock.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you, Bruce. What?
Maybe they were searching for the rock that's missing.
That seems as fair a
Possible.
supposition as any.
Then I'm on his side.
I'm trying to reconcile the thefts with the murders and trying to figure out how they all intersect. And Rosie is just like, there's a lot going on.
Especially with the strange bone growths on that skull.
Yep.
Excuse me, on that fossil.
Speaking of, I need to wash my hands.
All right, so are you going to proceed to the north then and go to the bathroom? Are you going to close the case or leave it wide open?
I'll close it.
Okay. It might trigger if you close it all the way by knocking the wire that's in there out. And Rosie will say, "Whoa, you might trigger it if you interrupt that wire."
Then
Yeah.
I'll leave it open a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, you can make it look like it's kind of closed. Unless somebody's looking, they're not going to notice. But it's really, really clear glass, which is why you didn't notice that it was wide open and laying against the next
Sure.
exhibit. So you move forward into the Everglades, or towards the Everglades, back up by the IMAX theater. And the restrooms are right there on your left.
Pardon me. Peeking.
It's dark because they're only on emergency lights, and they don't put those in the bathrooms. So it's pitch black in the bathroom.
Pull out a little flashlight. Nope.
I
Pull out a
have
little
a flashlight. I can load them.
Thank you.
Are you going in the
you.
men's room or the women's room?
I'm a gentleman and I have class, Shalom. So I'll be going in the men's room.
Woman's
Fair
room,
enough.
of
I just needed to know. So when you open the door and shine the little flashlight you have in there to go over to the sink, walk in, and it smells like blood in here.
I walk out. There's another body, possibly, maybe. I don't know. It smells like blood. So I don't know if you guys want to check that out. I'm just gonna wash my hands.
You think it's
Alrighty.
fake blood?
Are there any
Yes.
other men in there? I don't want to get in trouble.
I open the door and go, anyone in here?
Nobody answers.
There you
Looks
go.
clean, Rosie.
All right, I'll go with you.
I wash my hands, and then when I'm finished washing my hand, I join them at wherever the body is.
Okay.
So
So he
thoroughly
goes
washing.
right to the
While he is washing his hands, I walk by and lay the wakizashi on the sink next to him and look at him and go, "Who loves you, baby?" And then walk over to take a look at.
So in the handicap stall,
Weird delivery. I just tuck it in the tuxedo.
You see blood running from the handicap stall into the drain that's in the middle of the bathroom.
I guess we'll go open the handicap stall.
Okay, it's locked, so you're gonna have to, do the Jimmy thing with a quarter or something to unlock it. Well, actually, I'm sorry, McHenry has the key for that, so that's not a problem.
I have a Swiss Army knife too, so I can open that up and hand it to her.
Okay, when you open it and you push it in, you find the remains of the two lovers that had been in the IMAX. They'd obviously gone here instead when they were disturbed elsewhere. And it would appear that something grabbed them from, or someone grabbed them from underneath the stall next to it, and proceeded to tear their legs apart as they tried to get away, and then pulled their bodies down to the floor and ravaged them while in the other stall. And there's the bottom of the stall, the wall between the two is bent, where you can see that a lot of force was applied on the bottom of it.
I turn to Rosie and say, "I hate being right sometimes."
Yeah, you were right this time. You think that these monsters are in the plumbing?
I have no idea, honestly.
What
You
is
want to
Snakes?
look in that stall?
Yeah.
Thanks for the follow,
Is
Allison.
this a drop ceiling, Sholem?
Yes, it is.
I'm
might
going
be a
to
bonus. I might be moving
poke my
to the
head
drop
in and
ceiling.
hey, do you think it's fake blood?
I think so.
Okay.
I think this is all practical effects back
Okay.
here.
I'll
So,
I'll
is
go.
it-
I'll go ahead and come in and join.
Is
him.
it possible, McHenry, that you're being punked? Are you on one of those MTV shows or something where they?
You know, I
like-
did
like
hear
Scare
some
Factor?
rumors. I heard some rumors about that they were going to do something like this to some of the wrestlers, like follow them around and stuff. Have you
Yeah,
seen
with
any
you being a
cameras? I haven't seen any
celebrity.
cameras though.
Me neither. But with you being a celebrity, it would make sense. So, let's get ourselves together, okay?
Yeah,
You need to
I'm
treat
here.
this like it's. You need to treat this like it's completely
I'm on
real and
stage.
dangerous.
Like I'm in a movie.
Yes, but you need to pretend it's dangerous.
This will be my
But
break.
keep your shit together.
I know Dwayne's gonna call me here soon. I know it. This is
Oh.
the interviewing process.
Maybe this is that new show. I think I read about it called "Who Knows What the Rock Is Spooking."
Oh, I that's my dream. I want to be on the show with Dwayne.
So
Okay.
you're being punked, is what you're saying, huh?
Yeah, but now I'm on to him.
All right,
So
so you're
now
gonna
you
keep
can-
an eye out for the
Now
cameras.
you can
Absolutely.
punk him.
Oh, I'm gonna get him, man. I'm gonna get him. Thanks,
All
Kyle.
right.
Okay.
Furiously,
Let's check out the other stall.
furiously washing my hands. Gotta get it off.
So when you open the other stall door, it wasn't locked. You can see that the inside of the stall door, inside the stall, the paint on the walls has been scraped and scratched, and on the floor are 10 bloody fingernails.
Man, these visual effects
Like
people.
somebody
are really
was
on top of it.
scraping at the walls so hard they tore their fingernails off.
All 10 of them.
All of them, including the thumbs. And you can see that there are some scratches that are very deep, where they've bent the metal, not just the paint.
How can a human hand even do this?
Are people trying? This doesn't look human. It doesn't look human at all.
You close the door and look on the back of the door.
Yeah, why not?
There's a tuxedo coat hanging on the back of the door. Like somebody went in to use the bathroom and hung up their tuxedo coat.
Check the coat to see if there's anything in the pockets that indicates who is the owner.
In the pocket, you actually find the advertisement, the ticket information for this. And you also find a phone number that has no name associated to it.
Take those and make note of them.
Okay.
So I'll be looking at the door again. I would have gone inside the stall, like just kind of enraptured by the amount of effort that the visual effects people have gone through in order to make this scene, and no, that's definitely not a human hand that would have done that. That they had to have used some sort of like crowbar or something to like get like an impression into that groove.
Yeah. You're right.
They are just wow, really dedicated.
Yeah, it must have cost them a fortune to do all these special effects. Because these bodies have all looked real.
I
And
feel
they're
so
very
special.
imaginative. They're very imaginative, Bruce.
I just feel special to be a part of it.
Yeah. And the smell, how they made the smell is just amazing.
Yeah, it's unique. Like it doesn't
So
smell anything like
immersive.
the molasses and stuff that we use for our fake blood at the WCW.
And they must use gallons of blood in this room alone.
Really? They use fake blood in WCW?
They do now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like we got in trouble when people were really bleeding, so we got to use fake blood now. Like you know how wrestling is fake. I mean, it hurts. Don't get me wrong when you're jumping off a top rope, but it's the chairs they're made to bend. You know how that works. But it's
honestly I always thought that it was really kind of real, but within scripted guardrails.
To an extent, but when you can't hit throw somebody off a cage and then not hurt, right?
Right.
But you do what you can, and you use props when you can, and that includes blood. It's now 20, 30 years ago, it wasn't like that. That was real blood all the time. But then people got AIDS and hepatitis, and you gotta watch it.
Rosie, do you go into the stall?
Yeah,
And look around?
definitely.
When you go into the stall, you notice that in the actual toilet are 7 or 8 teeth, human teeth, molars, pair of canines, 4 incisors.
Hey, Kyle, don't you keep like little baggies on you?
I do.
I think I got something for you.
I open a sandwich-sized Ziploc bag.
There's
So
some teeth in the toilet.
Oh, here. I
What?
hand her a pair of tweezers.
what kinds
It's
and
not
how
gonna reach
much?
the bottom.
I pull out a latex glove.
I'm fine. I'm not squeamish, so it's okay.
All right.
What?
You easily pull the teeth out, and when you do that, you realize that there's like a glistening slime on your hand that was on the surface of the water.
I gotta wash my hands. This water's all slimy.
Come, let's soap. I'm still washing my hands, by the way. I just look over my shoulders. What kind of teeth and how many of them?
Human
Hey,
teeth.
Ricky, leave a little
7.
soap for the rest of us, please.
There's a whole nother dispenser. You're okay.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
fine. Yeah. At this point, I've taken the dispenser apart and pulled the bag out, and it's just open. I don't have any time to wait for the. Yeah, I just open it. I
automatic.
I rip the bag out. I'm just handfuls of soap and just washing my hands.
So Kyle, when you let me real quick, Kyle, when you shine the flashlight for her, you're holding the light for her.
Yeah.
When she pulls her hand out and she says, "I need to wash it," her hand is like reflectively glistening.
Yes, you should
So-
wash that.
Go ahead, Ricky. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, okay, human teeth, but how many molars? How many incisors?
I hold up the bag. I don't know. Count them.
I'll count them.
Okay.
I'm still washing my hands. Just
Okay.
set them here.
There's
I'll
4
count 'em.
incisors, 2
Mhm.
canines, and 3 molars.
All right, I'm not a dentist, but Ricky would know forensically how many, molars and incisors one human has.
It's not. It's probably not even enough to be one. It's both sets of the front teeth, 2 of the canines, 3 of the molar, or 4 of the molars. That's right, 3 molars, and they're all out at the root.
And the
Well,
teeth
no,
we found earlier,
Yes, was an
What-
incisor,
an incisor.
like a
so
front
that's
tooth.
so that's one extra.
Yes.
Google says the normal number of teeth is 32.
32, yes, but you have the split into different ones. You have so many incisors, so many molars, so many canines.
Yeah, you
and
have
what
3
I'm-
front teeth, 3 front top teeth. So
Yeah,
and
what
now
I'm
you
trying
have
to
12 fingernails.
12 fingernails. That's what I was trying to figure out. So either this one thing, whatever is killing everybody, grows teeth and fingernails back, or we're dealing with more than one.
Ricky, can you tell based on looking at these if they were pulled out from like straight up or if they were pushed out from the side?
I'll pair into that. Let's see.
Okay, I'm gonna make you take it at disadvantage because you're still feverishly washing your hands.
That's fine.
Rosie, when you start washing your hands, you realize that the water is just sloughing off of this oily sheen.
Can she-
Forensics,
can she-
right? I'm sorry, forensics, right?
Yes.
Oh.
And so when you put soap on it, the hand soap is not doing anything to it. It's almost like and now there's a little bit on your palm on the other hand. It's almost like there was an oil sheen on the surface of the water and you stuck your hand in and it went around your hand like a glove.
But I had gloves on. Did it
Yeah,
go?
she
Oh,
had
I thought you
gloves
did. I
on.
thought you said you weren't going to use the gloves.
No, I used the glove.
Oh, so you only have the sheen up here.
Okay.
Up here. And that's part of your
87.
arm.
I got it 87.
Okay.
And
So now you have a really cool bracelet. Kind of, it's gross, but this kind of
Trying to
soap
get
is
it
not
off.
going to get rid of the oily substance.
need orange. We need to go to Home Depot. Get some
Need
of that
Dawn
orange
dish
stuff.
soap or
Yeah,
something
the
like that.
orange-
Get some of that.
Actually, we
industrial.
need to get to the bar. We can get some heavy alcohol,
Yeah.
and it'll probably take it off.
I just need
so-
to step off me.
So with the teeth, you're pretty sure that these teeth were propelled out of the mouth, like with force.
All right. So okay. So with oh man.
Like a pop rock.
They weren't pulled, Kyle. They shot out of there.
Like baby teeth?
Mm-mm. Well, yeah, but with incredible velocity and extreme amounts of force.
Huh. What would do that, Doctor?
Nothing natural. Hands washing. Uh, uh, you want some soap, Rosie?
Yes,
I
please.
I
It's
just
not working, but
hand over the whole bag and just grab just a
He
scoop
just
more.
squeezes the bag on your hands.
Yeah, I get a scoop more and just squeeze the bag out and just
help me get it off. I can't stand this. It's too shiny.
force.
Why don't we get to the lobby and use some of the alcohol there? I'm sure
Yeah.
they've got some, if not grain, they probably have some pretty hard liquor that we can use.
I'll give it a
Sure.
shot.
Well,
And I mean,
I'm pretty
honestly,
sure, like,
a drink would probably be in order too.
I'm pretty sure that the production crew that's putting this show on would probably want us to keep on going around. Like I
Oh,
don't.
I'm sure they would.
You
But
want,
if we don't let the other cast members react appropriately, the other punkies, what kind of show is it?
that's fair.
You
I
gotta look
have
for the
to, I have to
production
let you
value.
guys do your thing too. I can't just make it all about me. That's
I
fair.
mean,
Bruce,
Bruce, if you want, you can stay here while we go, and that would be an opportunity for you, like one-on-one. But I mean, that would be bad, right? In horror
that's
movies, if you're left alone, you
that's
die.
probably not what they want.
So, Bruce, you know that there is a first aid kit in the staff break room.
Oh, that would be great.
It might have some alcohol that might take it off.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're looking for high-powered alcohol, there's rubbing alcohol and first aid kits.
That would be perfect. Take us
I'll,
there.
I'll take you there.
Okay.
Ricky,
When
are
you start,
coming?
are you guys done washing your hands? They're gonna leave.
Yeah, I need to
Ricky, you coming?
get to that bar.
We've got alcohol.
One more.
There's rubbing alcohol ahead. It's way better.
Yeah, quick wash.
Sanitizer and everything in the first aid
Shake
kit.
them off. Shake them off. Let's go. Let's. Woo.
Okay. So when you come out of the bathroom and you start walking through the Everglades, because that's the fastest way to the staff break room, according to McHenry, you find a shoe just in the middle of one of the walkways. Just a
Does it look
shoe.
I shine my light on it. Does it look like it's been badly damaged from the inside? Like it's blown out or something?
It looks like it doesn't look like it's been stretched apart, like the shoe footprints you found, but it certainly looks like it's a dress shoe. So it had those nice dress laces, like maybe the lace popped and the person stepped out of the shoe.
I glance up from kneeling on the ground looking at it and I say, be careful. It's gator country. Let's go.
And with that, you hear a growl coming from somewhere in the exhibit, and we're gonna go to break. So, so we have a little bit of a mid-show announcement. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it over to Sid.
It's Sid. Well, remember, we are giving away a mystery dice set from our friends at 1985 Games. Check them out at 1985games.com and use code TGT10 to get 10% off your order for a limited time only. All right. You can gear up your whole game group or treat yourself to a Dragon's Horde with buy 6 get 2 free on our new and improved mystery dice. Type !epic to get your ticket in the raffle. You must be a resident of the US or Canada, excluding Quebec. Words are hard. And you must be a follower to enter. We will continue to take entries until the end of the stream. Stick around to the end, as you must be present in chat for the staff to contact you when we pick a winner. If not, we draw a new winner, so don't miss out.
Thank you very much, Sid. We'll be back in just a couple minutes. So thank you everybody for watching. See you soon.
See ya.
everybody, we're back. Thanks for waiting. Sorry it took so long, but we're back. And our intrepid investigators had just left the murder scene in the men's room, and were moving through the Everglades exhibit when they found a shoe sitting in the middle of the exhibit for no apparent reason, where the laces had been popped. And so it obviously had fallen off of someone's foot. And as Kyle said, we need to be careful. It's gator country. He heard a growl.
It's not good.
Well, Bruce, actually, if the sound machines are working, there is gator sounds in this section.
So, do I recognize the sound?
It was just real quick. And you know, it'd have to happen again for you to be sure.
Anyway, I think it's just a part of the production. So, I'll go ahead and how dark is it in this area?
Oh, it's dark. I mean, you have the emergency lights, so it's really shadowy and dark.
Okay. Did I get my flashlight back from Bones?
Yes.
All right. Then I'll just go through and just kind of panning my light back and forth and.
All right. So, are you going to take the lead then?
Yeah. I like my fear has been assuaded by the fact that I think that this is all fake anyway.
Okay. As you're moving through the Everglades, you see wet footprints. Because there is real water in some of the exhibits. You see wet footprints cross the path from one pond area to the next. And in those areas, you know, you have like the fake crocodile, the fake alligator, and the, you know, the flamingo, not the flamingo, but the crane, you know, and stuff like that. And then the next one is where they actually have, you know, like a fish tank that you can look down on, a fish pond. And the footprints go from where the crocodile or the fake alligator is to the pond.
And this is still in the Everglades section, right?
Yes, you didn't get very far. You got about 30 feet past the shoe.
Does it look like human footprints or?
Well, it looks like a shoe and a sock.
No. The footprints.
Yeah, a shoe and a sock. So
like
shoe,
whoever lost the shoe got
sock.
it. Well, and it looks like they're pretty recent.
Oh yeah, it's wet. Yeah.
Wide, like wide enough to burst the shoe.
No, not wide.
Okay.
It looks like a normal, maybe a little bit bigger than a normal foot. The sock one does, but the other one just looks like a normal shoe print, normal wet shoe print.
Okay.
So no size 15 or 16.
No.
Okay.
So whoever lost the shoe, they were in the water. They went across to not in the water, and then back in the water.
It's good observation.
Yeah.
Are they carrying a first aid kit?
No, we still need to get there.
Oh,
I will say that does align with my theory that the monster is in the plumbing.
Okay. All right. Yeah. How about that first aid kit? Let's get to the break room.
Okay.
Moving on.
So you continue moving through, and Kyle, you hear a wet slap sound. After you move past the fish pond, you hear a wet slapping sound behind you in the fish pond direction. Like a flap, flap, flap.
Am I at the back of the group?
You tell me.
Well, I hadn't been to this point, and it makes a difference because if I've got people behind me and there's a wet slapping sound, I would be concerned about their well-being.
They'd be concerned about their well-being.
Okay. I turn and did y'all hear that?
Did we?
No.
Did I hear what?
It was a wet slapping sound. It sounded a lot like that fish market in Seattle where they throw fish.
No, I didn't hear anything like that.
Okay, I must have imagined it. Let's go to the first aid game.
Rosie, do you turn back and look? Because he says it's behind you.
Yeah, I would definitely be like, I don't know.
Okay. What you see is a large catfish that is laying in the walkway you just went through. Like it jumped out of the pond.
There's a fish.
Are there real fish in this exhibit?
In that pond there is.
Yes.
Do they usually jump out?
No, they're usually pretty good.
I'm
How-
gonna
Catfish are not known for their jumping potential.
How
push it
far?
back in.
How far is the pond from the walkway? Like
It's right next to the
height-wise?
walkway, so people can like look over and
Oh,
see
is
it.
it is like a touch pond?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's down, and then it's laying on the walkway, which is one of those like raised wooden walkways, like you're walking through the Everglades.
You said you threw it
That's-
back into the pond.
Yeah, I'm like pushing it back in.
Okay, when you start pushing it back in, you realize that there's a slice down the side of it. Like it's been sliced open, but it's not like dead.
I don't think this fish is okay.
So people are
Can I look?
stealing things, and now that they're damaging the property, like people just have no respect these days.
Ricky,
probably
you're
have a really
surgeon.
big budget.
Take a look.
Rosie,
It's
let's
alive
drop
still.
the fish and let's go find the first aid kit.
There's
For the
something wrong with
fish?
the fish.
For the fish?
Like
No.
No, no,
No,
he still
not
wants to
for
get
the
the stuff off
fish.
her wrist.
For Rosie and Ricky.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought you cared about the fish. Okay, so you toss the fish back in.
Reluctantly.
Okay. Oh, it would have made good eating. It was a big fish. It was a big catfish.
No, I wanted to know what was wrong with it.
Oh,
It
there's
had a big slice
in it.
in the middle.
Yeah. I mean, matter of fact, if you pushed on it like this to see, you would have seen that it goes pretty deep into the fish. It goes all the way through the meat.
and it was alive still?
Oh yeah, fish can take a lot of damage before they die, especially catfish.
That's an interesting fact.
Yeah, so how about that first aid kit?
I'm
Okay, so
leading the
you
way.
toss it back in. You hear the kerplunk of it going back in, and turn to start walking again. And of course, you're on a wooden walkway, so it's going. Boom, boom, boom. And you hear a large splash from that same fish pond, and then you hear a thunk thunk, splash.
I'll look again.
Yeah, that would get my attention.
And you can see the still flowing foot leavings of something has gone from the fish pond back to where the fake alligator was.
Does it look like the same footprints, like shoe and
It
not shoe?
does. One shoe, one no shoe. And when you shine your light over there, you can't see it. But, this exhibit's designed to make it feel like you're in the middle of nowhere.
I'm gonna go and get closer to the pond and shine my light into it, see if I can see fishies.
Are you going to the fish pond or the alligator pond?
Wherever the footprints
it's
led
not a
to.
real alligator.
Wherever the footprints led to.
Into the alligator pond.
Okay, that way.
Okay. You're shining your light in there.
As he's moving towards it, I put a hand on his shoulder and lean forward and go, Bruce, I think this would be a good time for me to point out this might be real. They could never actually harm a fish in the filming of a TV special. So be very careful. This might not be a show.
But that would mean that all that blood was real, and you said that it was fake.
I thought it was.
And
I think
dead
it may
people.
be. I think it might not be. I think everything's a possibility. And I'm just saying, keep your mind open, be careful, keep your powder dry, and don't take any chances.
But that... Oh, no. Dead people again.
Okay, with that, so Ricky, you're standing there and you're watching this exchange, and you swear something just brushed your leg.
Damn it, again?
But you don't see anything. There's nothing there. Maybe it's your imagination.
All right. I don't like what's going on here, so maybe we should get a move on.
Agreed. Break room. First aid kit. Shall
All
we?
right. As Ricky turns to
And I-
start going to the
and I-
break room
I
kit,
pull out the sword. I pull out the sword.
okay, he's pulling out the sword, and what you see is a clawed hand come up from underneath the boardwalk and pull Ricky to the side through the railing.
Oh shit.
Shit.
And I do mean through the railing, as in breaking the railing, because it's just a wood railing with him.
What does the hand look like?
It looks like it should be humanoid, but it's covered in scales, and it's got these really long talons.
I make a grab for Ricky to try to prevent him from being pulled off the boardwalk. Is that possible?
I'm sorry, what?
I try to make a grab for Ricky to stop him from being pulled through the rail.
Sure, you can make a brawling roll to see if you can grab a hold of it.
Okay.
And Ricky, you're going to be taking damage whether or not he pulls you through the rail or not.
And when I turn around to see what the hell's going on, the first thing that I see is the sword. Like, dude!
I need it.
I was 36 out of 40 Sholem on my brawling.
Hey,
okay,
nice.
You got a hold of Ricky. You got a hold of Ricky Bones. So what happens is Ricky does not get pulled completely through. The wood actually cracks and breaks, but you're able to grab him and keep him from being pulled under into the exhibit itself. But Ricky, you're gonna take 5 points of damage as these claws go through your calf. As you know, it's no longer got a hold of you. It's now being drugged through the muscle, and you swear it's deep enough that it must have hit bone. As you take 5 points of damage, and you really can't use that leg.
You definitely hit bone. Hit Ricky Bones.
It definitely tore ligaments. It hit Ricky Bones. Or Ricky's bone?
That deserves a cheer. You know it does,
Okay.
chat.
So, I know that Kyle, you have a hold of Ricky and you keep him from going into the depths of wherever that thing is. And it literally looks like it reached up from underneath the walkway.
Can I see the thing still? I mean, is it still like grasping him?
No.
Okay.
It tore through it was like the nails are super sharp and it sliced through him like a vegetable grater.
I look at
And
Bruce,
he's pouring blood out his leg.
Yeah. We need to move very quickly. First aid kit. Really, for real. This is like the 8th time I've asked. Let's get to the first aid kit.
All right,
Left
so
or right
you
leg?
want to just run and drag him behind you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'll help prop him up, and I'm gonna grab the sword from him as I do.
Nope.
And
My sword.
He's actually got it out. Grabbing it might be dangerous at this point.
The
Like-
sword
Have
is
you ever had a
unsheathed.
sword fight with someone who's on your back? That's
We need to go. No time.
An
No,
alligator.
yeah, no time for fighting. Let's
So-
which leg? Left or leg? Left or right leg?
Left.
Damn
She
it.
would have been turned towards the towards that side again.
what side are
That's my
you on,
good leg.
Kyle?
The odd thing is,
I'll take
Rosie,
the
you and
left side.
Kyle saw the hand, and what you realize is that pulled back or torn back from the forearm appears to be, and you can see that the scales are there, but it appears to be a muddy, dirty, bloody white dress shirt. Sanity roll, please.
It's the curse of Montezuma.
Yep, but it's only for Rosie and Kyle for the sanity roll. 'Cause-
46.
46, okay.
Oh my goodness. I rolled a 92.
It's not good.
No, Kitty.
If I see her beginning to get shaken, Sholem, can I actually hand her the pistol and try to give her try to ground her and give her a sense of confidence so she can roll again, maybe?
Oh, she's still rock solid.
Okay.
She's Rosie. She's
Okay.
rock solid.
I still do that because since I've got Ricky on my shoulder, I hand her the pistol. I say, "Please cover us."
Do you want to take the
I
time
got
to do
this.
that, or you just want to breakneck run?
I think we move quickly.
You could give her the gun eventually. I would.
Yeah, no, I gave her the gun now.
Okay. So, obviously, Ricky, that what you thought was touching your leg is it had reached up and missed, but caught your pant leg. So,
That makes
and you
sense.
realize that as you're being drugged or carried through the rest of the Everglades exhibit, that it had tried to reach and grab you, but had missed. and the second time is when it actually, or at least the second time is when it had actually gotten hold of you. So you're able to make it through the Everglades down into the oceans. Okay. And the easiest way is to go back up into the Native Americans and through that access door to the staff room where the kit that Bruce knows of.
Well,
Son of a bitch.
Bruce is our guide here because he knows his way through better than anyone. I'm following his lead.
Well, you and I are carrying Ricky.
Yeah, absolutely. That's trying to do my part to carry Ricky.
Okay.
Yep.
He's bleeding, but it's not like an arterial bleed. So that's good. When you get through that doorway, Bruce, you see there's blood already on the ground that's dried.
Yeah,
going up and down the hall.
They told me about that though.
And so when you run into the staff room, that's where you see all the dead bodies and get hit with the smell of the awful, from the ruptured intestines and the blood. Yeah.
But you've seen it before. I showed you the picture.
True.
Yeah, but there's nothing quite like smelling it.
Yeah, the smell is a thing of beauty for sure.
55.
And it's hot in here because there's no AC.
So I rolled a 55 on spot hidden.
Oh, I wasn't gonna make you roll a sanity roll.
No, spot hidden, just to see what I see.
Oh, spot hidden?
Yeah.
You do see the first aid kit is actually already opened and on the counter. Because somebody had already gone into the first aid kit.
I will grab it and hand it to Kyle and Ricky because they know what to do with it better than I do.
Okay.
I literally pull smelling salts out, snap them under Ricky's nose to really wake him up, and I say, I need you to kind of bandage yourself up, buddy. Not my thing.
I don't know why you thought I was asleep with this incredible pain searing through my good leg. But yeah.
Now that you pull the pant leg up, it actually looks like somebody just took and sliced, a bunch of steaks and then put them back together.
A bunch of steaks.
And that's what his calf looks like.
Oh.
I'm not looking at that, but it looks bad.
Yes,
If you wish to lose some sanity just from that description, you just let me know.
Yeah.
Bad.
That looks rough, Ricky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I look over at Rosie. I say, I think we're going to need some duct tape. You got any duct tape?
That's
Don't
not
put
makeup.
Get away
Actually,
from me.
there's some right there.
That's not makeup.
Get away from me. Of course it's not makeup.
I'm talking about
Bruce.
after you get it disinfected and banded. I think we need to hold it together. I mean,
there's not enough disinfectant in this kit for those wounds. Your best bet is to bandage it so it stops bleeding.
Yeah, whatever disinfectant is in there, I just pour it on.
Yeah.
Just pour it in.
Wait a sec. Rosie needs a little bit for her wrist also.
Oh, that's alcohol. That's different. She can use the alcohol swabs.
I give her the alcohol swabs and let her do her wrist.
I grab like 3 of them, take them, rip them open and just squeeze them.
Ricky, can you make me a first aid roll with disadvantage?
Oh, that's because I got to do it myself.
Yeah,
okay.
and you're trying to hold your leg together while doing it, which means you're really only doing it with one hand.
Oh, you guys don't want to help me, bandage my leg up? That's crazy.
I'll be glad to assist you. I'm just not going to be the brains of the operation.
That's
if you'll hold the slabs of meat together, he can bandage it.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
I don't want to look at it though, so I hold them together and look away.
I'm turned around.
That disadvantage.
No, I'll give you normal for that.
All right.
Rosie, are you okay?
What the hell?
I'm just trying to help, stop the bleeding. I'm, trying to tie something above his knee so that the blood flow will stop.
I got a 69.
All right. And what's your first aid?
55.
Do you want to spend a bunch of luck points to
that's
succeed?
That's a lot of luck. And the last time I spent luck, I almost died.
Can you push it? Can you push the roll? You can try again.
You could push it. If you wish to re-roll and push it, you can do that. But if you fail, you're going to lose your leg at the knee.
Damn.
Not right now, but later they'll have to amputate.
That's fine. I could get a middle leg.
Okay. Go for it. Push it. Push it.
Luck of the cards, baby. I lose the leg.
Okay, so
That's a 96.
Damn.
so you don't realize that you're going to lose the leg. What happened is while Kyle was doing this, looking away because he didn't want to see it, and you're wrapping it, it kind of got askewed in a couple of places, but you really can't tell because all the nerves are severed. It's just all pain. And so it actually caused the wounds to be more open than closed. And so it got septic. And God only knows what was on that thing's claws to begin with.
Right.
So you're going to eventually lose your leg at the knee.
Would I be able to, this is just me asking, try that roll again at a later time?
Nope. That's what pushing it does. I tell you what's going to happen. And, yep, that's what
that's
happened.
Fair. No, that's fair. That's fair.
But that's okay. It's just a leg. What do you need that for?
That was a good leg. That was left leg dominant.
Not anymore.
You could still be left leg dominant. Just you'd have a metal foot.
Oof.
That's even more.
I think Kyle is a robot, so an android. So eventually, I probably might get an android leg. That's just the thought process. So I'll stick to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Rosie, let's get back to you. You're using the alcohol swab, and this stuff is not coming off. It's almost dried on like super glue, but it's still slick. It still feels slick when you put your fingers on it and pull them across. So it almost feels like some kind of oil that would be used to keep water, be a water repellent.
Yeah. Is it spreading at all?
No, it's just where it landed when you put your hand in the bowl. Just in that ring above
Guys,
the
it's
glove.
not coming off. I mean, I know this isn't the worst thing that's happening to one of us right now, but what is this? Have you seen this ever?
I don't know. I've never seen anything like it.
It's like that mechanics paint that needs a special solvent to come off.
Yeah, that's possible. I'd say also our next step would be to find some bleach. Is there Bruce, is there a janitorial closet?
Yeah, of course there is.
In the offices, there's a closet that would probably have cleaning materials.
Those are the rooms to the south.
Let's head
Yes, that is that cluster of rooms to the south.
Ricky, you've done a good job patching yourself up. You good to go, buddy?
So we're probably not. But we're not gonna talk about. You know what? Whatever. Let's go get the bleach.
So let me ask you a question.
Talk about the fact that you were attacked.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Talk about your attack. Is that what you're getting at?
Not really the attack. It's just what attacked me.
That's fair. It was a green scaly arm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So all right. Cool.
Did you pull the door shut behind you? Because it's kind of broken and hanging off of one of the hinges is broken. Did you pull it shut behind you? Or did you leave it open?
That would be Rosie's question, because she was in back. By the way, I definitely took the sword while he was wrapping himself up.
I think I would have left it.
Fucker. God damn it, Bruce! I need that sword.
I would have left it open.
Okay.
This is like a party of thieves in a D&D game.
Okay. So what you hear, Rosie, because the door's open and you're closest to the door, because you have the gun, I'm assuming you're standing guard.
Yeah.
You hear a scraping sound that sounds like it's coming towards you, as if something was like clawing the wall or putting a couple pieces of metal against the wall and just dragging it across the wall, and you can hear it as it's like moving towards you, you think?
But I don't see anything.
No, it sounds like it's coming from around the corner in the hallway. But it sounds like it's getting closer.
Can I close the door I'm at?
Sure.
I'm gonna do that and like try to lock it, and I'll turn to my party and be like, guys, something's coming.
Oh, of course.
Damn it, where's my sword?
And okay, so Ricky, you're gonna have to figure out how you're getting around, because if you use that leg, it's gonna screw up the bandaging.
You want me to duct tape it, Ricky?
That'll work.
Yeah. Yeah, those duct tape.
Okay, so Rosie, you're able to push the door shut and jury the lock so that it will latch.
I'll start
But,
moving. Like this is the room with all the dead bodies in it, right?
Yeah, so you can stack bodies in front of the door.
Yeah, because
you know,
they're
there's
fake.
chairs and tables that are broken up you could use instead.
Nah, we're gonna use the bodies because I mean, if they're so kind to put like 150-pound bags on the ground for us, I'm gonna use them.
Okay.
Before I wrap my leg with duct tape, I want to get it. We're in the dressing room, so I just want to get a little piece of cloth so I could put over a layer between the bandaging and the duct tape, because I'm still right now. I think I did a good job. So.
Oh yeah, actually, it'd be better if the duct tape held the bandage tight rather than having cloth around it that would allow it to move. You know, you really need to immobilize the calf.
I'm gonna wrap it tight. I just don't want the duct tape to be directly
on the bandage.
Leg.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
So when I take it off, it doesn't,
Yeah, you can easily rip off a piece of one of the cowled cloaks that they were wearing, the robes, and wrap it nice and tight, and then use duct tape, where you could even have it go from your sock up to the bandage, and then up to the pants above it. You know, leaving them loose.
I want to put a splint. I want to splint it as well.
Skin.
Yeah, I want to splint it as well, so that'll help keep it.
Oh,
nice
hey, you know what? There's chair legs.
Yeah,
little metal, the thin metal chair legs. That'd be perfect.
Yeah. Bruce didn't use those to bar the door, so that's what I'm.
He's using the bodies.
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
Bruce is.
I'll help him with that. Show him. I actually have a pretty decent first aid skill.
Okay.
So why did you?
Now that it's covered, he'll help you with it.
Well, I mean, he's a doctor. I figured he has to be better.
I cut people open and see what happens wrong.
He works on dead people.
Yeah, he works on dead people. Forensics.
Oh.
Yeah,
good.
2 and 2.
He's an autopsy.
You heard medical doctor, but
I did. I heard doctor, and that's.
No one's ever said doctor.
So Rosie, once you get the door shut and latched, you don't hear that scraping sound anymore because it's not coming down through an open doorway. And Bruce, you're starting to pile the bodies on. Kyle, you're able to secure his leg so that it won't move. He can walk on it, but he's going to be at half speed because he really shouldn't be putting much weight on it. He's got to kind of do a side skip thing, skip leg thing. And Rosie, you hear just the lightest tapping of what sounds like metal on metal because it's a metal door, just like tap. Tap, tap.
Where's my sword?
Tap,
I think it's here, guys.
and then it stops, and it's just quiet.
I hand Ricky a chair leg. Best I can do.
Sword is currently hidden.
I still have the baton and the stun gun. I just wanted the sword.
No, the sword is currently hidden.
Yeah.
Well, I put on the claw gloves and hold the baton.
He's got the ninja claw glove.
I'm not looking that direction, so I don't see it.
Oh, let's go.
Okay. And you don't hear anything else. From the other side of the door, you just heard that light tapping on the metal.
Are there any other doors into this room?
No.
Is it a drop ceiling?
Okay.
Yes.
I look up.
Oh, yeah, it's a drop ceiling, sure enough.
Yeah. So, okay, is the tapping still at the door?
No, it just kind of tapped a couple of times like this, like it was just drumming its fingers, and then it stopped, and you didn't hear anything else from the other side of the door.
And it's quiet right now, right?
Yeah. Like a tomb.
Yeah, I slowly.
Smells like a tomb too.
Yeah, slowly look up to the drop ceiling and just wait.
Okay. How long are you gonna wait? I'm asking the group.
So I'm starting. So my character, I'm thinking about exits, since you mentioned is there any other doors, and I would put 2 and 2 together. Like we could probably get into another room from the ceiling, but the problem is, how's Ricky gonna climb and get in there?
He won't.
So
we just leave him. I don't know.
You think you might be able to knock down the wall between the storeroom and the office? Because it is drywall. It's not like brick wall.
Are there shelves against the other wall, like in the other room?
In the office, it's the reception area, but that's right up near the door. So
Okay.
if it's on the other side of the door, you're going to be banging on the wall. right near the door.
Then
Otherwise, in the offices that are there, it's bookshelves on that wall.
do I think I could break through with the batons?
It would be really hard with the baton. You could
Or
break
start
some
like
of
breaking
the-
them with like the chairs?
How
like
about a
start shoving
chair
chairs in
or a
there?
Yeah,
table?
with a busted up chair, it'll be a lot easier.
How
Okay.
about a table?
Yeah, we'll
You're
do
a
that.
big hefty guy.
Yeah.
Just pick up
Yeah.
a table like you do at SummerSlam.
Come on. Yeah, you need a Kool-Aid man. This wall. My
Yeah,
guy.
the chair shots are your expertise. So if you pick up a chair, you can do some chair shots on that wall. So make me a fighting roll.
I
See
got
how
it.
good you do.
29, which is a
Good
six-
success.
Yeah, good success.
So you see him take this chair, this what's left of a chair. It's like the back and the legs, and he holds it by the legs and he just crashes it into the wall, and it tears through the drywall, and you can see into the office beyond. You can only imagine how much that must hurt in the ring.
Ugh.
Rosie,
And a couple more whacks, he turns it sideways and then starts chopping through the wall, making the hole bigger. And you have a hole that you could get through to get into the office.
I'm gonna.
Rosie, do you have a stun baton or a stun gun that I can use since I gave you the other gun?
Yeah, you can have the stun gun I've been holding on to.
Yeah. Which can be used as a pokey. You can touch it to him and fire, set it off without shooting the prongs, or you can shoot the prongs.
I take out other stun gun. You like you wanna double fist it.
Sure thing.
Why don't you give one to Bruce, since one of them was his?
Bruce has
He
the
he has a
sword.
baton
You don't know
and
that
a
Bruce
sword.
has the sword.
Well,
You
he's got a
took the
baton
sword.
at least.
You don't know that Bruce took the sword.
Kyle
Sword is
gave me the
gone.
sword. Rosie
Sword is
doesn't
missing.
want a sword.
It's not on Bruce. You'd see it on Bruce if it was
I know.
on Bruce.
I
Yeah,
know
my
Bruce
my
has a
tux is
sword.
tight.
Yeah, you don't have a tux. You're wearing a guard's uniform.
My guard's uniform is tight.
I know. I know you have the sword.
Point.
Actually, you realize that he kind of split the back in the middle when he did that huge chair shot, and you realize that it's been stitched before.
You know how expensive
They
those
don't make 'em
uniforms
any
are?
bigger.
Yeah, you know how expensive the replacement uniforms are. No, you gotta stitch it, man.
That's
Cheaper
fair.
to repair it.
And
Yes, he
I'm
popped
I'm used to
stitches.
stitching up my own costumes for wrestling
He
too.
does the
so-
fat guy in a little coat thing, and it
Yeah.
would just split
Fat
open.
guy and a little.
I look into the office with the flashlight.
Okay. You're shining it in there, and you see two eyes across the room down the hall that just catch the light flare.
Down the hall?
So if you look at the office, you can see that there's reception area there, and then this main area is where the meeting rooms are. It's like a big meeting room. Down the hall behind it, as you shine the light, you can see what appears to be the reflection of two eyes.
Okay.
Like closer to the elevator.
Yeah,
I
inside the offices. Yep,
keep my light focused right on those eyes.
they aren't moving.
That's fine. That's what I'm looking for. Without taking my vision off of them, I tell Bruce and Rosie, I've caught two eyes down the hall in my flashlight, but they are not moving. I'm not sure if it's something that is a threat or if it might just be someone who's dead propped up against a wall or something.
Would I know what's
Don't
in
know.
that office from making my rounds all the time?
Yeah, but you can't think of anything that would be down there that would be reflective.
Okay.
Uh,
I say that. Well, we can't stay here, obviously.
And
I
they
do
look overly round.
I do recommend, Bruce, if you go, that you take a table.
He's got a
Take-
baton.
Table.
You're a big guy, Bruce. Hitting someone with a table, much more serious than hitting them with a baton.
How big is
Also very
like?
unwieldy, even as big as he is.
Plus, they got to get through the table to get to you.
Well, and they got to get through the wall. Is the hole big enough for the table to go through?
You could make it a little bigger. Remember, these are the round tables that people sit at when they're having lunch.
Oh, I'm
They're
sorry.
not like big, long,
Yeah,
6 foot tables.
I thought it was a 6-foot conference type table.
No, these are the round ones that, seat like 4 or 5 people at lunch when they, if they're really friendly, 5.
Gotcha. I'll take the chair though.
Oh, yeah, you can definitely take the chair.
Are these wooden chairs or?
No, they have metal framing.
Like folding
and
chairs?
And then they had the plastic seats.
Are these like the
plastic
normal
sheet
folding
seats.
chairs that get used in wrestling matches?
No. They're the ones that have the metal U frame and then go
Okay.
up the back, but the front end's broken off because the plastic's been shattered. So you have the back part,
Okay.
which has plastic.
I'm comfortable with
metal
that.
Support, yeah.
Absolutely. All right, so yeah, I'll take one of those and I'll start going through the hole into the next room.
Rosie, do you want to back him up, or do you want to stand here with the flashlight and let me back him up?
I think I'm gonna back him up. I'm a good shot.
Very good. I'll be right
All right.
here. I'm not taking my light off that thing till you tell me it's okay.
So, Bruce, you're gonna go through the hole and towards the eye
Yeah.
shine.
Yep.
Okay.
What
Rosie,
could possibly go
are
wrong?
you gonna shine the flashlight over his shoulder so he can have 2 hands on the chair?
Yeah, I'll take the flashlight, put it over my gun, like in
Okay.
Left 4 Dead.
As you move down that hallway, the eyes still don't move. They're just there. And as you get closer, you realize it's a freaking poster of an owl.
It's just a poster,
And-
Kyle.
And the reason you never saw the eyes shine before is because you were never in here in the dark with a flashlight. You turned the lights on. But it's a big owl. And it says, "Who loves you, baby?"
Not me.
I'm gonna
Nope.
turn the lights on. Oh wait, we can't. The power's
Yeah, the
off.
lights don't work in here.
So yeah, just a poster.
Oh,
But
okay.
appreciate the your concern. Yeah, Adrian. Gorfus in chat says you killed all my happiness.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Gorefist. I couldn't resist.
Well,
Who loves
Jack
you,
was really
baby?
hoping for a fight with a pair of eyes.
I was mentally preparing myself to crap myself in character.
So that leaves Sid and Kyle in the other room when the door explodes.
Oh shit.
Okay.
So it on the other side, it rams the door. Like it was waiting for you to open the door and you were waiting for it to open the door. And it finally just gave up because you were making a lot of noise in there. It was waiting. And it just rams the door and tears it off the hinges. And because it does that, I need a dodge roll from Kyle. I know, Ricky, you're probably not right up on the hole, but Kyle was. Because the door is coming down.
So I missed my dodge by 11 points, and I would like to burn luck to make that. Oh, wait a sec. Let me think about that. I would actually like to push that roll. What happens if I fail to push?
If you fail the push, I will say that you are instead of dodging into the room, you try to dodge through the hole, and you're gonna get pinned in the hole with the door on top of your legs.
I'll try that.
Okay.
And I rolled the same thing. So, yeah. So I would like to use 11
Can't
points.
use
of
luck on a
Oh, I
push.
can't? Okay.
No.
I take whatever happens. then.
Okay.
I failed.
So what happens is,
Rip
and
Kyle.
so it failed its dex check, bringing the door down. So it's on top of the door, which is on top of your legs, and you're halfway. You're half in the office, half under the door.
And where is Ricky Bones?
Ricky Bones is in the room with this monster now. Now, Ricky Bones, I need you to make me a sanity roll because you're the only person that's seen this whole thing. What you
Yeah.
see, Ricky, is this was obviously a person that had been at the party because it's wearing a tattered tux pants. It's got the white shirt that's shredded and it just looks terrible. And literally has scales over its entire body that you can see, and its eyes have become slits like an alligator's. And how was your roll, sir?
Damn it, Kurt Connors. 73.
Oh, no, that's not a good roll, my friend. That is not a good roll.
I don't think
That's
he's
close
passed
to what
one
I
all
rolled
night.
for dodge.
Not tonight. No, I haven't passed a sanity roll tonight. I don't think.
Me either.
Okay. So, Ricky, have you ever eaten gator tail?
Yes.
All right. So you feel like you're about to become gator tail.
Oh shit!
That you have the feeling that you're going to turn into the nice little bites that come out of the gator tail and be popped and enjoyed after being perhaps deep fried. You're going to run.
Shit. I need
And
my
the
sword.
only way out is over the monster. So you run and do the Jesse Owens leap over the monster. Now,
With
this is
one leg.
probably why you're going to lose your leg. Because all that wonderful bandaging and stuff ain't going to help when you pull a Jesse Owens leap. And so, but you don't notice and you just take off down the hall.
Shit. Damn it, Bruce, I needed my sword. Ah!
Okay, so.
You don't know that Bruce took it.
Bruce, Rosie, you hear that explosion of the door and you see Kyle laying on the ground, half in the room, and you can see the head of the monster, and it looks at you, and it's got this like wide mouth, but it's also started to protrude this way.
Nope.
Kirk Connors.
And its skull has started to flatten out.
These
Sandy,
makeup
real quick.
artists are insane, Rosie. I
Kyle,
cannot
you
believe
still
it.
haven't seen it. But Bruce, you need to make a sanity roll on
Yeah.
34.
this. Okay.
69.
Bruce, what is up with you, man? Bruce,
What's up?
the special effects are so good that if you hit this thing, it's going to explode like a piñata.
Oh, I was going to. It was going to
and
be
so
a Hulk Hogan
absolutely
leg drop.
believe that it's just going to stand there and wait for you to hit it.
Absolutely. That's what we do in wrestling.
And that you realize that a chair shot is probably the most dangerous thing in the world you could ever use. And you are going to probably wind up carrying a chair with you everywhere you go from now on, and not just to sit on. Rosie, would you like to shoot at the head of this thing?
Oh, yes. Very
So,
much.
I'm going to ask you a question. Are you going to, if you shoot just once, I guarantee you won't hit Kyle if you miss. If you shoot 2 or 3 times, which that gun will do, you might hit Kyle if you miss.
Yeah, but I feel like I'm panicking, so I'm gonna
Okay, shoot.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. I just had to ask.
So I got an 8,
Nice.
which is a extreme success,
Oh, that's a very good. That's very good.
and a regular success.
Okay, so that gun does a D10. With the first hit, it's automatic damage. There's just nothing they can do about it. So go ahead and roll a D10 for the second one.
7.
Okay, so, and what did you roll to hit on the second one?
It was like, hold on, let me look at my sheet.
Sorry.
It
Because you
was
succeeded.
56.
Okay, so the first shot goes in the eye and right out the top of its head on the soft spot that you would expect to be on an alligator's head. And you kill it instantly with the first shot, but the second one is just to make sure it stays down.
Double tap.
And you're now down to 7 bullets, but it is dead.
I still go over and leg drop it with Kyle underneath
Okay.
it.
So,
I look over at Rosie from under the door and go,
yeah,
great
but
job,
as you
Rosie.
do that, you see Kyle coming in. Kyle, you see Bruce coming in, like he's just gonna
Ah!
Hulk smash this thing with a chair.
So
and he's
so
grappling you.
as I'm in the air, like I'm putting the chair underneath me, so I'm
Oh,
landing
God.
on the chair, on the dude, on the door, and then on Kyle.
Okay, well, it's gonna be an automatic hit because it's not moving, and you've practiced this many times.
Oh,
but
absolutely.
This time you're going for broke. You do explode its head. So
Sweet.
Kyle, you're never gonna see it, so you're not gonna have to make the sanity roll. But you will be taking 2 points of damage as he lands on your legs.
Yeah. Oh, from under. Why did you have to do that, McHenry? I've seen that before.
Dude, that's the best move that I could have possibly done, and it's on camera now. I am
Kyle, I'm
so
so
getting this
sorry.
And
part.
it did explode like a piñata.
Like, I couldn't have framed it any better, man.
Sorry,
was
Rosie,
able
what were
to
you saying?
I was able to save you from the monster, but not Bruce. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. You did a great job. That was some fancy shooting. At least it seemed like it. It stopped moving as soon as you fired the first shot. I'm very impressed.
Thank you. I
So-
told you I'm a good shot.
When you
are.
do crawl out, you don't see Ricky anywhere.
Where did he go? Which way did he go, George?
So, but when you look out into the hallway, you can see where there's new fresh blood on the floor. Like
Well, let's follow it.
droplets.
Let's follow.
And you follow it and it goes out into the ocean, like through the door you came in and then down to the ocean, and you see him leaning like this, looking up, and he's leaning against the shark tank. Just the outside of the shark tank, like that's as far as he got and couldn't go any further. And Ricky, you're gonna take another 3 points of damage just from blood loss and pain and shock. But you're still up, you're still alive.
Yeah,
But,
for
you
now.
know, you really probably shouldn't have run like that.
And to be clear, Ricky is leaning against the shark tank.
Yes, it's
Okay.
Ricky leaning against the shark tank, not looking in it, but just leaning on it.
This is it. This is where I'll die.
By the way,
Years wasted.
the sword is where the first aid kit goes.
That's what
On
I
the wall.
figured. You put it in the shelf, in a shelving unit.
I gather up the remains of the first aid kit and kind of close the little case
Yeah.
and walk that direction towards Ricky.
Okay. When your flashlights hit the shark tank, it's very cloudy. It's not like you would expect, and it's got an emergency pump so that the water's still circulating even during an emergency. It's got a battery-powered pump so that the fish don't die, as do the other tanks in here. And you can see that there's a wall of tanks, on the northern wall. But the shark tank takes up that entire side of the exhibit, and it's quite large. It has sharks and rays and
And these are live sharks, right?
yeah, yes, they
Okay.
were.
They're not moving.
Well, as you're shining the light, it's really murky, and then you realize it's because of all the blood in the water. As one of the shark bodies bounces up against the window, and it's got massive bites taken out of it.
That's
I
sad.
look at Bruce. I say, you can add that to your list.
Yeah, I keep on telling you, man. These guys are top notch on the special effects.
Oh, that's right.
So, everybody that's looking in the shark tank, please make me a spot hidden roll. But you can also see that there's still live fish in there and stuff. But there's definitely at least 2 dead sharks in there, and you don't see the other one swimming near the glass.
30 out of 35.
30 out of 35. Did anybody get a good or extreme? Okay. So,
Am I with that? Am I rolling too, or I'm just?
no,
Okay.
you're probably just you're standing there. This is kind of like as they shine the flashlight, they're like, what in the?
All right.
So, Rosie, with your extremely high ability to see things with your spot hidden, you swear that you saw what appeared to be a humanoid shadow in the water, and it disappeared behind one of the coral outcroppings. But it could also have been your imagination because there's so much murk in that water.
Okay.
Kyle, do you want to kind of seal up Ricky's leg?
Well,
He's
I'm going to
shredded it again.
I'm going to lean down and snap another smelling salt under his nose to.
Oh, he's awake. He's hyperventilating, actually.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, I pull out one of my evidence bags that I haven't used, and I put it over his mouth and let him kind of hyperventilate into the bag to try to control his breathing.
And he does eventually calm down. But you realize it wasn't. It wasn't necessarily from the shock to his brain, but more the pain in his body that was causing him to
that's
hyperventilate.
Look for, is there anything like morphine in this kit?
Oh no. No, that would have been used long ago by one of the employees.
Okay, any kind of pain reliever in here?
There's a couple of aspirin, Tylenol.
I give him 4 Tylenol.
Okay. Are you going to rewrap his leg?
If there's stuff in the kit to do it with, yes, I will.
You could even, if you tore off a sleeve of a tuxedo, you could wrap it up pretty good with the duct tape that's still there.
Okay. I rolled a 14 against 47 for my first aid. So.
All right. So yeah, you realize that if you use a tuxedo sleeve, you could wrap it around nice and tight so that it won't bleed anymore, or at least it won't freely bleed.
Okay. And then I put a hand down and help him back up off the floor.
Yeah, and you had to fix the splints because he tore those out, which is why the whole thing came apart. Because he, obviously moved in a way that you shouldn't wearing those. So,
well, come on, doctor. Your night's not over yet.
I think there might be people swimming around in here.
So, question.
Yes.
Before we get to since it's being rewrapped and reworked, can I save the leg?
No. The leg is gone. Just don't worry about the leg. You don't realize it's gone, especially right now, because you don't really care. You're just excited that you got away from the monster.
Bones will be missing some bones come next session.
Just the leg. I'm gonna keep the bones. I'll just be missing the leg.
You can wear them as a necklace.
Yeah.
They don't let you.
These are my foot bones.
They don't let. I'll be doing the amputation. I'll keep my damn bones.
Oh, that's fair.
That's hardcore.
Self-amputation in his bathtub at home. All right. Well, oh God, we're back to scalpel. So anyway, what are you gonna do now?
You said that there's somebody swimming in there? That's not safe.
Yeah, I think there might be like a person in the shark tank or something.
Well, remember, you did find scuba gear in the back of the tank.
Are there any missing?
You gonna go back to behind the tank?
Yeah. See if maybe it's one of the employees that doing maintenance or something.
Yeah. So when you go back behind the tank, you can definitely see that there is water that has spilled out of the tank from somebody coming down the ladder, and it's going into a drain, but there is all of the scuba gear is still in the rack, and the water trail goes back into that access hallway that runs up, from the power room all the way up to the staff area.
Wait, the tracks you said go out of the area?
Dripping water goes through that doorway behind the shark tank into that hallway again.
And none of the scuba gear is missing.
Nope.
I'll come back in and say, hey, it looks like somebody was in there, got out, and walked down the hall.
Do you think it's the person that grabbed his leg?
Maybe.
Oh no, that person's dead.
Ah.
Yeah, you recognize the claw, and it had blood on it from Ricky's leg, and probably a piece of his tuxedo leg. His tuxedo suit and part of his leg.
Definitely not werewolves. Now I'm thinking mermaids or fish people or something.
None of those things are real.
Oh, she's just speculating from a narrative standpoint.
Oh, okay. So part of the story. Got it. Yeah.
I love a good mystery. Grandma needs her stories.
What is the third vote by our fun-loving audience that's enjoying watching us? Hopefully they're enjoying watching us. Are you guys enjoying this? Let us know.
The answer would be 2.
I'm not enjoying this.
You're not enjoying this?
He wasn't expecting to lose his leg.
Okay. So what is your plan? Are you gonna go back to that hallway?
Right now, I want to go lay down with Tom Jones. I'm tired.
Is there a reason we're not moving to the lobby and seeking the safety of numbers?
I think that we should at this point.
Makes sense to me.
Can we please?
Although there's got to be a climax to this story.
On our own.
Well, it's entirely possible that the gator monster was Tom Jones.
We never checked back on him. That is very true, but that's fine. I wanna. Oh, let's.
Would
He
that
touched,
make him-
remember, he touched the skull just like you did. Maybe you'll grow a leg back like an amphibian.
I'm gonna go back to the lobby.
Hopefully.
Okay, as you're getting ready to go back to the lobby, you hear another blood-curdling scream from that hallway. Help! Help!
Move in that direction. Pull out my taser.
Okay.
I wheeled
So
my chair.
it is coming from down the hallway where the original scene was. In that direction.
The original scene.
In the direction of the power room, where you found the very first body.
Move forward. Flashlight at the ready. Taser at the ready.
How quickly are you moving?
I am.
Do I recognize the voice?
No.
I'm
that-
not running, but I am moving faster than a walk.
I'm running because I think this is the climax that my character
Oh,
needs
yeah.
to get this part. So
Okay,
There.
cool. So what you see when you come around the corner, because the doors are open, they've kind of been broken open. And what you see is in the power room, as you turn that corner and the sounds of the struggle become louder and more obvious, there's a man dressed in a tuxedo that is being lifted off the ground by his throat. He is clutching futilely at his attacker's hands, but he lets out a strangled help, and the attacker, wearing a shredded, soaking wet tuxedo, shrugs its shoulders and begins to turn, still suspending the man 2 feet off the ground. The creature turns its body to look at you. It can no longer turn its head. It has a fat, lipless mouth, large fish-like eyes with no eyelids, almost no ears, and gill slits flexing on its neck. And it peers at you with an inhuman intelligence and unconsciously squeezes, driving its inch-long talons into the man's neck. What are you gonna do?
I was gonna
Do we
go in and
recognize
swing.
the man? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you're not there yet. Bruce took off.
That's fair.
I
Yeah,
was
that's fair.
immediately gonna go in and as he was turning, I was gonna try to hit him with his chair, but
You can still hit him with the chair.
Yeah,
It's
I
not
mean-
a problem.
I'm going for it.
Go for it. Roll
Like-
that to hit.
I will use 5 luck points.
You can't in combat.
Then I won't use 5 luck points, and I will miss with the 75
All right,
out of
so
70.
that's probably because you need to make me a sanity roll.
That makes total sense too.
Mhm.
That is a 49.
All right. Let me check something real quick. I just need to look at something.
Got another mental break happening here, boys.
I don't know why you'd say that. Okay, so what jumps into your head is that thing's fucking real. And you, as you swing and you kind of dodge away from it, realizing that monstrosity could probably tear you in half. And you don't want to fight it. So
Nope.
when you decide to fight it, you're going to be at disadvantage.
Okay, sure.
Because you're really, you're doing that. I'm going to swing, but I'm stepping back at the same time.
Like,
'Cause
no.
You really don't want to
No.
fight it. Yeah, so that's what's going to happen for when you're battling this thing. So Kyle, Rosie, Ricky, you're actually farther behind everybody else because you can't move anywhere near as fast. I don't even know if you want to go near towards the scream. Do you want to go towards the scream, Ricky?
No, but I don't really want to be alone.
Fair
That's a
answer.
very good point.
So Kyle and Rosie, you hear Bruce's battle cry turn into a ah!
What is it, Bruce?
like fear.
I don't know, but it's real. It's real.
Oh God, that's what you hear. Oh God, it's real. It's real.
Moving forward.
Okay. When you come around the corner, you see that this thing is holding him up by his neck, and it just goes psh, and just snaps his head sideways
Oh,
and drops the
Bruce,
body.
right?
No, not Bruce.
Okay.
The monster that you need to make a sanity roll for.
Okay.
It doesn't. It does not have a hold of Bruce. Bruce is like against the wall. Like, I don't want to fight this.
Bending
thing.
it away with my chair.
94.
Jesus.
16. I finally passed a sanity check.
Oh, actually, you
I think it's the
passed them
first.
pretty good.
I was gonna say. I think that's the first time.
I've spent this whole event trying to keep others grounded and not go insane. And finally, I broke and everyone else is fine.
Oh no, I failed too.
Oh, did you?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's
put it this
why
way,
I'm.
This is the second character he's probably putting.
Jack, you need to start a wallpaper behind your game center of all the characters in Call of Cthulhu you've gone through.
So
This will be
is
3
what
in
happens.
like a month.
Okay. Not only do you know that this creature is real, Rosie, you're cool. You're cool as a cucumber. You're like, oh, I killed one of these already.
Yeah, I'm
It
like, I
doesn't
already
look
shot
the
one in the head.
same. It looks more like a fish man rather than an alligator man.
But I did kind of figure that out.
When
Same
do I
kind of
make
thing.
mine?
It's just another guy in these goofy ass masks.
I don't think you made it into the
but-
room, Ricky.
Kyle.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ricky, you haven't even made it there yet. You're gonna make it there next round.
Coolie
Kyle.
doolies.
That monster is not only real, but it's gunning for you. You're absolutely certain that thing is coming for you because you have its teeth.
That's fair. Well, I've got my taser out, and if it actually begins coming for me, I will try to fire a shot up its gullet as it gets close to me and is thinking it's going to take a chomp, I'm sure.
Okay, so so with the teeth thing, you now have a desire to gather teeth that you find.
Okay.
You like to collect teeth now.
They're good evidence.
Yes.
And you can identify people based on them. So it's good
Yes,
practice.
but you have a hard time letting go of them.
Oh, but you
Perhaps
never know
you'll
when you
even
might
start
need
to
them.
build a collection of them at home.
Yeah, you never know when you might need them. I mean, I probably could be the largest cataloger of teeth in the whole country at some point.
Yes. So, Rosie, if you wish to shoot, go ahead. But it snaps his neck, drops him, and bends over and starts bending over.
I mean, I'm gonna shoot it.
Okay, go for it.
I hit.
Okay, roll that damage.
6.
Okay. It hits it, and the bullet actually it chips the scale and makes it bleed a little, but it doesn't really penetrate well. And
Okay.
it doesn't even seem to be paying attention to that fact that you shot it. You
That's
must have hit it in a
not
place
good.
that it really doesn't care about, like, you know, its shoulder, and it's just really tough. So it's gonna bend over, and it starts tearing open the tuxedo pockets. What are you gonna do? All three of you can do something, and Ricky, you get to see this when you come in. You see it tearing open the tuxedo jacket pockets, like it's
Who's-
looking for something.
Who's the man on the floor?
You don't know.
Okay. All right. So it's nobody we've seen to this point. Okay.
Not that you recognize. No.
Okay.
So I'm gonna ask real quick, Rosie, what are you gonna do?
Shoot again.
Okay, Bruce.
I'm going to use the chair, like kind of wave it at him as I back
Well, it's
out of the
bending
room.
over. It's a perfect chair shot.
Yeah, but I don't want to fight him.
Yeah, but you only a disadvantage.
But
Okay.
he thinks it's a guy in a costume.
No, he doesn't. Not anymore. He
No,
knows
I
this
think
is
it's real
fucking
now. Yeah, no.
Okay, good.
I can't pass up that opportunity.
No, it's a perfect chair shot.
So yeah, I'll go and I'll line it up right on his head and smash it down.
Kyle, what are you gonna do?
Uh,
It's not paying any attention to you, and it got shot and didn't even seem to react to it.
Glancing around, do I see a fire axe?
You do.
I move to the fire axe, and I will.
Okay.
My intent will be, as quickly as possible, to grab it, move forward, and strike him with the fire axe in the head.
Okay.
I don't know how long that'll take me. I'll let you adjudicate that.
Okay. So Rosie, go ahead and shoot, and Bruce, go ahead and swing, and Ricky, make me a sanity roll.
So my brawl is 70.
Yes.
I rolled
Whoa.
a 77 and an 81.
Well, he goes in like he's going to do the chair shot of all time, and steps not close enough, and hits the ground, and then scampers back against the wall.
Can he
Like
push
he's
the
afraid of
roll?
it.
Are you allowed to push the roll in combat?
No.
Okay.
I'm just
did
not destined to do this.
Okay, you shot it, and it like ricochets off its head, and it kind of like.
And I'm thinking this thing is indestructible.
And you're down to 5 bullets.
Yeah, I've been counting.
I know. Kyle, you're able to get a hold of the fire axe, and as you turn around, you see it. Two little talons pick something up and stand up. Look at it.
The creature?
Yes,
What is it looking at?
it's looking at a purple diamond.
It has the stone that we were
So,
looking for.
yes, Omega Control. If you want to see this, guys, you can go look in the. You can look at the production deck on slide 18. You can see what it looks like. It's a little purple diamond, but it looks like an amethyst. It's got rough rock around one side of it, and it just looks at this, and its eyes kind of shine like it's finally gotten what it was looking for. So, what are you gonna do? The 4 of you. Oh, Ricky. I'm sorry, Ricky. How did you do on your roll?
I got a 35.
Okay, Ricky.
About time,
Oh.
finally.
You think that passes?
All right. So, I'm gonna get intentions real quick. Rosie, you gonna shoot it again?
No.
Okay. Kyle.
I'm going to back towards Rosie with the axe in my hand. I am hoping this thing might leave us be, but if it's going to come, I want to make a stand with her and her gun.
Okay. Bruce.
Running away.
You're gonna run into the boiler room, which is behind you.
Yes.
It's a dead end, but at least it's away from that thing.
And I closed the door.
Okay. Ricky, what you gonna do?
Looking at it real quick, does it look like a catfish? Does it have a soft bottom?
No, it looks like
Nice.
it's very hard scales. And you can see when you're looking at it that the shoes it's wearing have basically, they've all but torn apart from its feet, stretching the shoes out. So this started as a person and became this. So it, once it has the gem, it cups it in one hand like this, and it turns toward the exit and just rams through the exit and runs off into the darkness.
I open up the door, peek my head out. Is it gone
It's
yet?
gone. It's gone.
It's gone. It has
Yeah.
fled.
Okay.
I can't chase it.
Time to go to the lobby, right? The lobby.
Yeah.
Or
Lobby.
leave.
I
Uh,
need to go to the
lobby,
hospital.
or you could just leave through the door.
I want to leave. I
I'm-
need to. Where's the burner? I call. What's his name? Mr. Williams. Hey,
Yes.
I need to go to the hospital. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna wait about 5
you
minutes.
Could, you could
so
leave by the fire exit.
Oh, 100%.
I'm
You
gonna
know
go
the
and find my
cameras aren't
boss.
working.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Go back to the lobby.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Somebody
back to the
shoot
lobby.
Bruce. Somebody shoot
Uh,
Bruce.
So as Bruce is heading towards the lobby, I say, Bruce, do you have a card so I can contact you later?
Oh, absolutely. And you can always call my agent too.
And
Cool
it says
beans.
Rick Bison on it, and it's got a picture of Bruce in a Native American headdress.
Nice.
Hold on. Let me
He's
see
got
if
the
I can get
picture.
it. Let me see if I can get
You
it.
can show it to everybody.
I'm a big fan. I'll be in touch.
Yeah, and it says Rick Bison,
Rosie,
able to
should we,
pull a
should
bison
we
down
get
with
Ricky
one
out of here?
arm.
I'm ready to leave. I don't think there's anything more we can really do here to help.
Yeah, let's get Ricky out of here. Actually, why don't you escort Ricky? I'll go grab Tom Jones. Make sure he gets out of here.
If you look on Twitch, you can see it's small, but you can see Rick. You
And I
can
can't
see
copy it.
Bruce.
That's
So,
yeah. That's me.
Bruce, you're able to go back to the entrance, and they've actually got the doors open, and people are flooding out.
Do I find my
Um,
boss?
Yes, he's like, "Where have you been?" And you're dragging this torn in half chair behind you. This mangled chair.
So I stopped some people from stealing some stuff. Yeah, there's I found one of the ninja swords, and I put it in the break room.
Okay, so you're gonna tell him where you put the artifacts or the artifacts you were able to save.
Yep.
That's and of course the police are gonna take.
Quick question.
Take.
Did you say that out loud? When you said you put it with a first aid kit? Well, did you say that out loud?
No, I was just
Oh
telling
no,
the
he
DM.
went back to his boss in the lobby.
No. I mean, he said it when we were by the shark.
Yeah,
tank, so
no,
just-
no. I said it to the DM to make sure that he knew
Yeah,
that
he
I
was
didn't
letting
have
me
it.
know where he'd hid. I knew he'd hidden it in one of the shelves.
Yeah.
One of the
Doesn't
cabinets
trust
in the room.
He hasn't trusted any of us, Ricky.
No.
I was because if he said it out loud, I was gonna be like, yeah, I limp back and I go get that.
So the three of you are able to go find Mr. Williams or call him, and he has you picked up, not in the limos you came in, but somebody comes to get you that can be more trusted. And when you hear him, you can actually hear the sirens and stuff and the people being, oh, thank God we're not stuck in there anymore. So obviously he was in there with you.
Okay, interesting.
But he can't blow his cover.
Yeah, that's fair.
So obviously he has something to do with the museum, as he said. He couldn't do it himself. He obviously had to be present for the thing. So when you do get to talk to him after they give you some medical attention, and what do? You tell him everything that's going on?
I do.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Tell him everything we know, right? What we saw.
Yeah, everything you knew. Yes.
We need to go pick up
And you tell him
Rick
about
Bison.
the monster.
the
Yeah.
monsters.
I
Yeah.
didn't see it.
Tom
I
Jones
did
is
see the
still in
last
there.
One, though. Yeah.
No, he went for Tom Jones.
We went to get Tom Jones.
Yeah, I got
Oh, you
Tom
did?
Jones.
Oh.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, you didn't
Yeah.
find him when you went back.
Oh, that's concerning. I'll tell Mr. Williams then that we lost Tom Jones in the
Yeah,
crowd.
you didn't find him when you went back.
I will also give him the fingernails and blood samples that I captured. I won't give him the teeth,
That's a good choice.
but I will give him the other stuff that I captured.
Okay. So at a certain point, you will meet Mr. Williams, and it is actually Dr. Lowry. Hence why he didn't stop you from the investigation in the back room, obviously. And he will thank you for protecting the artifacts. But he's very curious about the purple diamond because it wasn't anything really special. Why would this thing want it? And Ricky, they do get you into emergency surgery, but they do have to take that leg at the knee, well, below the knee, because the damage was just too good.
Mid shin. Come on, let me get
Oh
that.
no, they got to take the whole calf. The calf was shredded.
Come on, the good leg.
Yeah, the good leg. Sorry.
Good leg.
You
I'm a
should catch
forensics-
yourself lucky. The knee's a great joint. If you get to keep your knee, you're in good shape there.
I'm a forensic surgeon. I can
Yeah, at
I
least
can
it
do
wasn't
my
your
work
aunt.
sitting down.
So, you tell him about Bruce McHenry.
Oh yeah, I give him his card.
Well, that's who. Well, if he was Lowry, that's who I went to my
Yes.
boss.
Yeah.
So he
Yes,
knows
but
about me.
Yeah. Yeah,
During
he
Well,
our-
he
knows
knows,
about you.
but he doesn't know how you handled
Oh,
yourself
fair.
out there.
Fair.
Because
During
you
our
just
briefing,
basically talked about artifacts you prevented from being stolen.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't know anything else about it.
So you will be contacted, but not by Mr. Lowry, because there's got to be a level of separation by an organization that actually shows interest in your capabilities. And you're a little cuckoo right now, and they can actually help you a little bit.
I want to know how insane I got.
I wish we could.
Same.
It's not good.
I mean, I'm fine.
Yeah, you probably are.
Yeah,
I can
Bruce.
handle anything.
Let's just say, yeah,
Yeah, I started at 45, so.
I
that's not
know.
good.
Yeah, you're not over 40 anymore.
No.
You're in your 30s, right? Because your character's 30.
Yeah, 30 years old.
Oh yeah, so
Yeah.
close. All right, so they are going to be able to take care of you. They'll try and figure out what happened, but there is no sign of this creature at all. Dr. Lowry tells you that they were able to hide the crocodile monster. Not that there was a lot left of it, but they were able to remove that from the scene so that it didn't spark any interest. And that they said it was, the police believe it was some kind of slasher that, is a big Wolverine fan or something. And he's got these claws, a Freddy Krueger fan. And so he was slashing people up with the claws.
Nice.
So, and they don't mention anything about cannibalism or anything on the news.
Great.
But the governor's like, oh, I knew there was a reason I didn't go, and it was a premonition. God told me not to go. So that is the end of Stardust. And I want to thank you all for playing.
Yay!
We'll talk about what happens to your characters off camera. But I do believe we have some announcements to go through, and then we'll go ahead and talk about who we are, who each person is.
Sounds great. Hey, don't forget right now, subscribe to the Games Tavern on YouTube, our channel on YouTube right now. Subscribing is free, and you don't miss any of the action and access to all of our shows and content when they go to YouTube. Your likes and positive comments on the videos will help future investigators find out about these shows, as well as other games that are taking place on the Games Tavern. Sid, you are muted.
I was muted. Do we have a winner?
That's what I'm looking for. Go ahead and skip that part.
All right, skip that part.
Sally.
All right, a big shout out to Omega Control, who is our technical specialist, Jack Kelling, aka Bruce, who also was able to step in at the last minute when one of our players was sick with COVID. So thank you, Jack. Don't forget to take a look at Dirty Deeds on Wednesday, Whiskey, Magic, and Destruction on Thursday, and our special series of dungeon crawls on Saturdays with RPG Short Shots. And with that, we look forward to seeing you all next week for part 1 of our special 3-part investigation field test. Thank you for tuning in and helping us shape this event. We do this for you and look forward to your continued feedback and participation. Until next week, this is the Omega Files, signing off.
So, Sally, why don't you tell everybody who you are?
Oh, right. I'm Sally Stardust. You can find me on Instagram at SallyStardustRVA. Bruce?
I am Justin Jack Kelling. Everybody calls me Jack. You can find me at Jack0822, as you can see on my name tag, or Jack's Minis on Instagram. And also, normally I'm behind the scenes here running Omega Files, but I'm also looking to possibly run some more stuff here. So stay tuned. Yeah, stay tuned. And hopefully we'll see you again soon. Sid?
Hey, it's me. I'm Sid. Words. I was playing Ricky Bones. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram. That's what we're doing, right?
Yeah.
Twitter and Instagram at _Sundance Sid. Also tomorrow, Wednesdays, on the Dirty D Show, where I fall a lot.
I'm David Quick. You can find me Notorious _GMD on Twitter, and I'm also on the Discord here. I am Sholom's wingman and partner in this show, and when I'm not playing, I'm usually in his seat running and writing. And invite all of you back. There's not nearly enough Call of Cthulhu online, and we're hoping to help rectify some of that. So please bring friends, living or dead. We don't care. Just bring friends and
as
watch
long as they're
the show.
signed on.
As long as they have a computer.
If they're dead, please make sure they have an account.
Yeah, log them in.
Sholom.
And I'm Sholom West. I was your keeper tonight, and next week David will be the keeper, and I'll be playing, so that ought to be fun. You can catch me on Twitter, Sholom West, and I also do a bunch of commercials and voice acting over on the Rig Stories podcast. Thank you all, everybody, for coming. I hope you enjoyed the show. Please let us know what you think. Have a great night.
Thanks, guys.